Oh, ooh. I am a real American. Fight for the right of every man. Oh.
Michelle Obama is a man.
Oh, you left me in suspense. I love it. I love it. And she took away my supersized fries. How could she?
Okay.
Did you see that clip of Shane Gillis where he was like, they asked him, "Do you?" Oh, is that was on the docket today?
I can't believe Shane Gillis sold out.
So, okay, they asked him, "What do you think about him saying that Michelle Obama was a man?" And I thought he was gonna be like, "Bro," because he's called her Big Mike before on camera, I think more than once, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't
sold
like
out.
that. Is that okay, Chelsea? Chelsea, is that okay? I didn't like that. I'm not okay with that." And you're like, "What? Why?" We've been asking. I think the reporter was trying to say, without saying it, we've asked other people that we think are like you, and they loved it, so we assumed you would as well. And he's like, "Why would you think that? I don't like that." And it was so weird. I felt like him in that moment, like other people were probably feeling about me during the whole Sean Strickland thing when they were calling me a liberal. And I was like, "I'm not a liberal. I've never been called a liberal. Stop it." I was in my kitchen. I was like, "What a libtard. What a lip." Mixing my matcha. I was sad to see that.
Yeah, it's weird. So to those that don't know, the White House card happened this weekend, one of the greatest events of all time. And the big story is this Josh Hokit where he hits the mic and he says Michelle Obama is a man. And it ripples throughout the internet, right? What Jesse's talking about with the Shane Gillis thing, I felt the exact same way. Like, listen, I understand why people would be a little upset about this because of, it probably the setting is wrong, but I have a little counter to that. Shane Gillis,
by the way, I disagree with them. I think the setting's even better. That's the perfect place to say that. But
yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. But Shane Gillis is a comedian, right? And you can just tell that this guy is just like, well, I'm gonna do damage control after that Kevin Hart roast. I can't, damage control. He is officially
none needed,
sold
by
out.
the way, none needed.
Dude, it's like, okay, he could have said, yeah, I laughed, but I probably shouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have said, he's like, yeah, unfortunately I laughed at that and that was inappropriate, but yeah, it is what it is. He said it, and move on. But he's like, I don't like it.
It's all too much for me. I don't think there was a need for any damage control after the Kevin Hart roast. Kevin Hart was laughing. Like, why are people gonna white knight for Kevin Hart or whatever when he was laughing? He was out there slapping his knees. I didn't think there need everyone like. By default, like, what are they doing? Are they bending the knee to Chelsea Handler? Should we pull up all the stuff that Chelsea Handler used to say on her show and see if they co-sign that? It's like when they do with Sean Strickland, they're not considering the source. Chelsea Handler used to say crazy things, just like Sean Strickland, to get her money. And then when her money was right, oh no, I don't act like that. That's immature. Soon as she had all her money. So I don't think he needed to do any damage control. And I don't think he should have been even like, oh no, I don't think I agree with that. Bro, this is the time to triple down. You're a comedian. Don Rickles, if you ever want to live up to like the caliber of like a Don Rickles, that to be that beloved and still be able to say the craziest, wildest things, Don Rickles would have been like, oh yeah, she's a man. I saw her in the sauna. He would have been like, dude, she's more equipped than I am. Like Don Rickles would have quadrupled down. Shane punked out.
I'm going to play it real quick for those that live under a rock.
And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I
right, America? And Joe Rogan's kind of like, look at him. He had to smile the whole time. And then towards the end, you could see it slowly sinking away from his face. So people, when we were doing the live, people were saying, "Oh my God," and not everyone. Most people were laughing, but some people in the chat were saying, "Oh my God, he's so racist and this and that." I'm like, where is racism involved in any of that? Like, I don't. It's I didn't make any sense.
It's just like, what are with the things that you could, he kicks dogs and like whatever you could just throw onto the, doesn't even make sense.
So I was trying to think about it, and it's another case of him. And all right, I get it. People are like, "Oh, you're glazing this guy, this and that." Dude, this guy to me is the modern day Connor, but he's an American, even better. Like the shit that he's taken everyone's personality that has been polarizing and smashed it together into this one WWE style character. He goes outside. First of all, he beats the shit out of Derek Lewis, right? And on Derek's 40 plus, and it was going to happen. So he beats the crap out of Derek Lewis, but he does it in a way where he flips him off in the beginning, and then the rest of it he took pretty damn serious. I'm going to beat this guy, and I'm going to hit the mic and cut a promo. He jumps over the cage. He puts whatever the hell over, like a badge over Donald Trump's head. Now, what was
he gave him those new? So there's this new like phenomenon that I'm trying to understand. You know how back in the day they had like the baseball cards, basketball cards. It was a huge thing. Fleer, Upper Deck, all those football players. So now they're doing it with UFC fighters. It's become like a trend lately, and they're sending them in to get graded. So I don't know how much you know about sports cards and stuff like that. I actually came from kind of a background like that, and I have a bunch of sports cards and stuff like that. Some of them are graded, and so they have cards and they're grading them now. And it's like a big deal. Like the UFC, I think, or whoever the company is really trying to get UFC fighters to talk about these and push them. And then when they do the pre-fight ceremonies and stuff, Laura Stanko in DC, everyone's opening them and making a big deal. So it was a card of him. I zoomed in and it looked like him when he's like wearing his cape and doing his thing.
Okay.
And he put it on a chain, but it was crazy to see him actually like put it on Trump and Trump just go with it.
Yeah. Trump's like, "Hey, this is cool, right?" So
united him.
So by doing that, it's funny. Like everyone's saying MAGA and all this stuff. People aren't realizing he trolled everybody. Everybody got trolled in that scenario. It wasn't just like him going after the Obamas or the left side or whatever. He trolled MAGA as well. He like by putting that on Trump's around his neck, getting into the cage, and then saying that, knowing that the entire, like, everything's going to take backlash because of it. Like the whole promotion, Dana White's going to get kicked in the ass for that. Trump, I mean, you can't support that. Like, what is Trump going to say with this? You know, they got to all do damage control because he did that. He trolled everything. Every single human being that was affected in there got trolled. And I think that is the story. The story that this guy went in there and says, "I don't care. Like, I don't care. I just trolled the president of the United States of America." Like, I mean, he put that around his neck. And you notice they took it off him immediately when it was done. They're like, "Okay, let's take this off the president, pretend he didn't see that." But I think that's the charm of this guy. Anyone can catch it. You know, anyone can catch the remarks. Is it cringy? Yeah, but it's fun. Like, it's just, I don't know. You just wait. It's like back in the day when people used to watch Howard Stern, they would say, even the hate watchers would watch because they just want to see what he would say next, right? That's why they would watch him. That's what Josh Hokit's doing here. He's saying things to just throw you off. He's saying things to get the clicks and the likes. Everyone's like, why did he do this? Because everyone's talking about him. That's why. I mean, everyone they're talking about that more than the actual events. So Hokit hit this out of the park. He gets the win, he gets the knockout, he gets the bonus, and he gets all the attention. It's a win.
And I think, so I've heard Hokit talk about it a few times already. So he's a pretty big Kill Tony fan. He's mentioned Kill Tony before. And Tony Hinchcliffe, who was at the White House event, they cut to him. Very good friend of Joe Rogan. Tony Hinchcliffe is the dude that made the joke about, what was the place that he said was a floating pile of garbage or something like that?
Oh yeah, Puerto
Tony
Rico?
Hinchcliffe. What is it?
I think it was Puerto Rico. Yeah,
I don't even know.
It's accurate.
I always mix up Puerto Rico. I don't want to be insensitive to anybody. I always mix up Puerto Rico and Cuba. I don't.
Wait, it's not the same?
I don't know. No. And I think it's insensitive to say that.
Well, one place they don't know anyone's age. Like there's no such thing as age. One of the places. I think it's Cuba.
What? Is that how they got away with the band Menudo?
I think so.
They don't know age. Dang,
age doesn't exist over there. Look at Yoel Romero.
Age doesn't exist. Oh, that's true. So Tony Hinchcliffe is the one that made fun of that place, and kind of did what you're talking about, where it's like he's like the most anti-liberal, but at the same time, he went so hard and kind of memeified even his side that he was terrified, and he would like he's a guy that always doubles down on everything, never takes anything back. And supposedly behind the scenes, even Joe Rogan was saying that he was like, "Oh my gosh, everybody hates me. What do I do? Donald Trump's gonna lose the election now. Everyone's coming after him." Because he made even the right side look bad. And Hokit went in there and kind of just was like torching everything too the same way. Now I don't understand. I kind of have a little bit of a hard time seeing that though, like and maybe because like when I hear people talk about it, even when I was hearing you talk about it right now, like, man, I have a really hard time seeing anything that Hokit does as cringy. I think maybe I'm a little bit too far gone. When he does something, I'm like, yes, this is what we're supposed to be doing right now. So I can't even really see him going after the right side that much. Like when he put that thing on Trump, I'm like, you should be thankful, Trump. He just blessed you. Like, that's the way that I look at it. And then when he talks about Michelle Obama, it's like, why would Trump feel like he needs to do any damage control there? I feel like Trump has said that Michelle Obama is a man before.
Well, he agrees, but yeah, he's got to. Well, it's funny you say that. Now, people think that it's all about this Obama thing, but it really isn't. It is about the fact that Josh Hokit got the job done against Derek Lewis. So let me just show you this breakdown over here. This is actually, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but there's Josh Hokit and Derek Lewis. Wait, hold on. Oh my! Wait, hold on. This is. Wait, this has got to be. Wait, hold on. I got to fire the producer. What the hell was that? What? That was. I played the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
You know what? I gotta give her props. I gotta do this for Michelle Obama. I think we could all agree that she would have put up a better fight than Derek Lewis.
Probably. Yeah, maybe Derek Lewis is actually a female and Michelle Obama is a man, and I don't know. Who knows what the hell it is. But yeah, it's so
imagine if Michelle Obama took off her shorts and said never mind. Never mind.
Here's Dana White looking at the card. Right before the Obama thing was dropped. Dude, it's like the perfect troll move. It reminds when Colby Covington hit the mic and says, "All you filthy animals suck" in Brazil, right? Now, I'm not a Colby Covington guy. I'm a Colby Covington hater. Like, honestly, I am not a Colby Covington fan. But even I can say I get why he did that. Like, all you filthy animals suck, right? And I'm a hater. Now, what I don't understand is there's Hokit fans out there that are haters and are trying to shame people for finding any sort of joy in Josh Hokit. I get a lot of that in my chat where there are people. I'm leaving. I'm not going to stick around for this. It's like, bro, you're a grown man. What do you mean you're leaving? Like, calm down. Like, it's like these temper tantrums. It's idiotic, and you're idiotic. It's like, no, I don't think you understand. This guy is like kind of a genius, and it's driving you nuts that he's using childish humor to troll people in front of the White House, in front of the president, in front of the world.
I watch these people's orbitals get busted open. I'll see the blood. I'll see them lose their relationships and go broke and break their fibulas and lose an eye. But when they start telling those jokes, I'm out. I'm out of there.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I want to hook people up to a lie detector test and see if they're telling the truth. Because I guarantee inside they laughed a little bit. Because it's such a ridiculous thing to say. Like, I don't think she's a man. Like, I don't care. I think it's such a ridiculous and stupid thing to say that it's
you don't
funny.
Think she's a man?
I mean, she could be. But anyway,
I got some literature for you.
She could be. Here's Dave Portnoy talking about it. Now this guy
Oh,
says,
by the way, the last video that you just showed, is it gone already?
No, we can bring it back.
The one with Dana and Trump. Something that you might find funny.
Okay.
Before you play, I wanted to show you. So when I make videos, I watch them over and over and over and over, and I rewind and I take notes and I pause and I get obsessive about them. In this video, I thought it was funny that Dana's trying to admire his new bling bling, and Trump is like, "Hey, shut up! Look at the video." And he points to the footage right there. He's like, "Hey, shut up! Watch the fight." Why? So he's like, hey,
"Oh yeah." He's like, "Hey, the camera's on you, dude."
He's trying to get the attention away from me. He's like, "Hey, shut up! Look at the fight.
Yeah,
look at the footage."
Yeah, it's almost like he's like, "Hey, I'm the president. We're not supposed to act like friends here. You're not supposed to be touching me." Yeah, he's
funny.
always on. Like Trump
And
is
then
always.
Dana, then he looks, and then he's embarrassed, and then he looks behind him. He's like, "All right, I'm gonna start talking to someone else."
Look at his face. Look at Trump's face. Trump goes back
And
into
Dana's
the.
making that face with his brow up, like, "Oh, I'm cool. I'm not embarrassed."
Trump does that thing like he's like, "Oh, the camera's on me. Let's put my jaw out. Let's put my bottom jaw out forward and show my my menacing look." It's so
He's
funny.
doing a Kanye, yeah.
Yeah, that is funny. Like he's like, "Hey, we're buds. Oh shit, we're on camera. Nope, we're not buds anymore. President mode."
And then Dana's face like, "Oh, what?
Yeah.
I'm good."
Yeah, behind the scenes they say the N-word, and they hate gays, and they're doing that.
Oh my god.
They're just stupid banter behind the scenes, but it's like they got to pretend that they're actually something else. I mean, they're human beings, and a lot of times we forget. We see these people, we worship these people and stuff like that, but they shit, piss, vomit. They do all the same crap that we do. They cry. Trump was falling asleep cage side. Did you see that? That was hilarious. There's a video of him snoozing a little bit. I mean, he's 80. He's 80. Let him nap. Let him get a little.
What fight was it?
I don't know. I just saw a clip. I was trying to find it when we were
It might have been
talking.
when Tyson Fury came out, and it was completely pointless, and he did nothing whatsoever. But
Right?
say, "Oh yeah, I'm here to announce that I have nothing to say right now, and I want Dana to say it for me."
Yeah, that was such
Even
a.
John Anik was like, "You got anything?" Well, actually, no.
It would be funny if he turned to the camera and just said, "I saved a bunch of money on my car insurance, by switching to Geico or something." Like, I mean, give us something. Yeah, he didn't do it. Everyone was just like left there, like, okay, all right. It was cool him walking out. All I was thinking is, oh, we're gonna slap Eddie Hearn in the face right now. This is gonna be some mic drop on boxing. He's going to TKO or whatever, and nothing, absolutely nothing. But okay. I think the flex was, so apparently he was not allowed to be in the States. Like he couldn't get over here. So I think the flex was, hey, they got him for the first time inside America. I think that was, so I had to, think about it a little bit because it didn't make any sense. So I think that's what the flex was like. Hey, look, he's not only is he in America, but he's in the White House. And by the way, speaking of the White House, they used every single room of that White House. They were like, we're gonna use everything. we're gonna come out of the bathroom. Every place you could think of, every nook and cranny. We're gonna come out of the White House. I loved every single minute of it. But before we get into all that, I do want to play some of these Karens talking about this Hokit thing. Get this completely out of the way because it just blows my mind of how many people are trying to do damage control. And it's just like, here's Portnoy. Check this guy out.
There was one moment I do think Trump has to denounce, and anybody associated with it has to denounce, and that's that crazy fighter guy. I don't even have his name up here, but he won the fight. He took the microphone and he made a derogatory comment about Michelle Obama. To me, that on the White House lawn. Now, these are UFC guys, all right? They're crazy. They're idiots. You have Sean Strickland, who's one of the craziest people of all time, to the point you can't even pay attention to what he says snuck in. But when you have that on the White House lawn, on an event you put down, I don't care what you think about the Obamas or anything, that has to be an immediate denounce. Like, wrong, doesn't speak for me. I have no problem with the event. I guess you run that risk because these guys are lunatics, but that was the only thing. If Trump should denounce it, he should say that was totally wrong. The event itself, Listen, the troops seem to love it.
Okay, so yeah. So anyway, he goes on and on about this. But the funniest part is Hokit responds, and he says, he don't have to do shit.
I love it when someone just goes into this whole thing and their monologue and they're just going on and on and on, and someone just gives like a
yeah, he's like, F you. Ariel Helwani spoke about it. Of course, Ariel's got to chime in on this because he's the voice of the people. Hold on, wait, let me cue up the right clip here. I see this is bad.
See, the thing that I think is ridiculous about this whole thing is Hokit saying that. I feel like that's 100% something that Donald Trump would have said during one of his like election speeches. I don't get it. Like, why would someone even say Trump should have? I feel like Trump's the one that would have been like writing the script for him. Like, do people not know who we're talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Here's Ariel. Coming in on it.
Heck?
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
Okay, there's Ariel. Oh, wait, did I play the? Oh fuck, I played the wrong clip again.
What the heck? I'm glad you didn't just play the audio. I would have been very confused with that clip right there. What happens if you just play that? That's gotta be on your soundboard. That's your new audio clip. What does it sound like if you just play the audio?
It's so funny. I'm trying to just play the audio, and now it's not playing. It's like the internet knows that it's like you're getting. Look at this. I'm trying to hit the play button. It's not working. Look at this. It's not playing. What the fuck?
What the heck?
Look at this. I'm hitting the play. It's not working. Come on.
What the heck?
All right, there's Ariel.
Michelle Obama's behind this.
Oh, here we go. Let's try this again. Okay. There's a little bit of an X glitch here. Ready? Let's try it.
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
Wow. Clapping them cheeks.
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
You know what? I'm putting that on the soundboard. 100%.
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
Oh, I have an Ariel. Hold on. Oh man, what am I gonna get rid of for that one? Yeah, 100% right. I got to put that on there. That needs to...
Oh my god! Oh, that's what I would have played after Gain and Gaethje won last night. Oh my gosh!
Oh god. Yeah. So Ariel chimes in. Let's see. Let's see how far we can get on this.
To Dana White, who said in response to the comment, I understand that the Obamas are public figures, but I'm completely against saying nasty and false things about people's families. Thank you. And that's exactly what he should be saying. Everyone knows my position on free speech, but I hate that kind of nonsense. Does he say anything else? The White House did not immediately respond to Time's request for a comment about Hokit. I had a friend of mine who works in the business like, I hope you blast Joe Rogan for that. Why? What did Joe Rogan have to do with it? That to me was Josh Hokit and Josh Hokit only. I don't blame the White House for that. I don't blame the UFC for that. I don't blame Joe Rogan for that. Why? It was just, he was doing well. You know what I loved? He wins the fight and then he gets on the microphone. He's like, I was sitting next to Jacqueline, my wife, and I'm like, okay, here comes, watch this guy. He's going to do a poem, which is impressive in its own right after a fight. And then he goes, forget it. And I'm like, wow, this is great. We're going to get a real freaking promo from him. And then he drops that.
But that was the move. Like, he set it up. Ariel, does he not understand comedy? Like, does he not understand what Hokit did there? Like, he literally set up that, some may say not a joke, but he set up the line. He did that. It was like all on purpose. Everything that Hokit did in that situation seemed like it was perfectly planned to hit it with that weird mic drop, and then everyone starts to talk about it. How are people not understanding what Hokit's doing here?
I get very sad sometimes when I read comment sections and I realize just how many things go over people's beanies. It's very disheartening. I mean, I'll do something that I think is a joke or something that I think is somewhat clever, or, you know, trying to entertain people, give them a little chuckle here and there. And the responses I see sometimes are shocking. It's crazy. And
Yeah.
I don't want to insult people, but sometimes I'm like, well, we did carve out this pocket for ourselves in this community where people try to beat each other to death. So it's not always the cream of the crop, you know?
Yeah. I'm going to play one more, and then we're going to move on because I know we've been going along with this one here. But, I mean, I feel like he deserves this. Here's Whoopi Goldberg.
Who celebrated his 80th birthday at an event billed as UFC Freedom 250, featuring cage matches on the South Lawn of the White House. White House denies accusations that he's cashing in on the event, saying there's no conflict of interest because you know whose assets are in a trust managed by his kids.
These fucking dusty vagina bitches. Like, it's just like,
If it's in a trust and I'm managing it, maybe he's not going to get no money. But if it's in a trust that his kids are managing it, they might get some money. He might get some money. But that's neither here nor there. There was also one fighter who used his victory speech to make a derogatory slur against former First Lady Michelle Obama.
No one knows how to say derogatory.
yeah, they can't speak. They don't know how to pronunciate words. They're just like derogatory.
What do you mean they? What do you mean they?
What do you mean those people? I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, and there's clips upon clips of people going out there and using this. It's so funny because they're just using it as content, right? They're using it. They hate it so much, yet they're using what they think is horrific as content. Now we're using this because we think it's fucking hilarious, right? Like we're like, dude, that's funny that he did that. These people, those people.
They're doing what Dana did with the dolly. That's exactly what they're doing.
Exactly. They're pretending it's so repulsive, then using it. They're pretending like it's something that's so disgusting to them.
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
It is crazy. Out of his like long career, this is the pinnacle of Ariel. This is his magnus opus.
He's such a fucking asshole. I hate him. All right, let's. I can't stand that guy. All right, let's do this. How about? I think this card is worth it. It's 7 fights on this puppy, right? And I think every single fight has a little something to talk about on this card. But oh shit, hold on a second. A little teaser over here. I do think we should talk about one more thing before we get into what happened on this card. Daniel Cormier releasing that the DM of Donald Trump's son. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Hold on a second. Oh my god.
I have no context or anything. I don't even know, like, was it malicious? Did he do it on purpose? Was it an accident?
Right before we went live. Okay, right before we Yo, I can't believe you heard this. All right, this is good. Right before we went live, I always like to scroll through X and see what's going on. Daniel Cormier on his X account releases a DM between him and Donald Trump's son. And in
that real tall one or
the one that looks like a vampire, the blonde vampire one.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on a second. All right. I got to cue this up. Holy shit. Hold on a second here. I'm so excited to show you this. We literally, we kicked off the stream. We were just getting warmed up. And then all of a sudden, this story was like in the back of my head. I'm like, I got to talk about it. Get this out of the way. All right. So Daniel Cormier, hold on a second. So he gets a DM from, what's his name? The Trump's son's name is, his name is Eric Trump. Okay. Eric Trump is his name. Daniel Cormier releases this. It gets instantly deleted. Now wait until you hear about the damage control and the craziness that came out after this, all right? Daniel Cormier, I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for bringing this up, bringing this to light. However, I refuse to stay silent. The UFC is a sport that I am deeply passionate about. I will not tolerate this type of insider behavior. Shame on anyone trying to ruin this beautiful event. Okay? So if we zoom in a little bit here, I couldn't even believe my eyes when I saw this. It was right before when they were talking about rain delays and all this stuff. So it's got this conversation. Hey, Daniel, I'm going to be attending UFC 250 tomorrow. Sorry, casting hope to see you there, blah, blah, blah. So they're having this nice conversation. And then all of a sudden it gets to the point where it says, I just cut to the chase. Are any of the fights tomorrow rigged? I've been eyeing the Lopez fight. I think an upset wouldn't be too unrealistic.
Wait, is this in the what? Oh, it's the bottom one. I was trying to
Yeah,
read along with
it's
you.
the bottom one over here. So hold on a second. Let me see if I can get, dude.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So let me see if I can get a clearer shot of it. I want to show you Daniel's response to it too.
Oh no.
Oh man, where's Daniel? So basically Daniel responded, I don't know where the hell the thing is, but Daniel responded like he's kind of repulsed by it and whatever, and then releases the tweet. Okay. Now Eric Trump puts out a tweet. The internet is going absolutely bonkers, right? And I'm saying to myself, is Daniel going to be there? Like, are they gonna say, hey, let's bring in Michael Bisping as another commentator? Like, how do you release this before the event? This is a huge event gets going. Eric Trump says, we are aware of the fake AI-generated screenshot being circulated online. I never spoke to Daniel Cormier. He has since deleted his post, which confirms it was clearly fabricated. UFC Dana White. He texted them both. Okay. If he deleted the post, that confirms it's fabricated because he deleted it?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, and it also doesn't make sense that it would be AI. Like if it was AI and it was all fake, someone else would have posted it. DC wouldn't post something that was AI.
Yeah. So Grok has these conflicting. Like when people ask Grok, "Hey, is this real or it's not?" It's saying, "Oh, it was confirmed that it was fake." This and that. Meanwhile, we have multiple, like I'm talking tons of people that have proof that Daniel Cormier actually posted this on his account. Daniel Cormier responds as well, but let me have this guy break this down for you over here. He does it in a good way because it's crazy. They're all dismissing it, saying, "Oh, this didn't happen." A lot of people online saw the actual post. Here's a guy talking about
post before it was deleted, right? About the rig fights. Liquid MMA. He's the key in all this, and I'll put a link to that in the description. Now, if you go to his post later and you can click on it, you can see it. First of all, he's replying to the real DC MMA. But if you click on that actual post, you can actually see that the post has been deleted by the author right here. Watch, it's been deleted by the author. The same post, okay? Keep in mind the same post, right? And if you click on the it's DC's. I'll put it in the description down below. Look, I don't know if their account got hacked. Look, obviously I'm I'm not hiding behind a PFP. I'm a real guy, right? This shit is fucking real. I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, it's real. It's legit. I know you may not think so because they're telling you otherwise, but you can go do the digging yourself. Look at the timestamps. It's all out there, right?
Yeah, there's tons of people online saying, hey, no. We got screenshots. We got videos of it getting deleted. Daniel Cormier's response is super suspect. Here's Daniel Cormier. Dude, it's so crazy that this is Daniel Cormier talking to the fans after the event, okay?
DC, what happened with those posts from Eric Trump?
Not real.
They're not real?
I can't believe you guys believe that. Like, who believes something like that?
Everyone said it was posted on your account.
I got hacked or something. Who believes stuff like that? That's crazy.
I mean,
I got hacked. Who believes stuff like that? Like the way he just like, which is it? I got hacked. Who believes stuff like that?
The way he responded, dude, I would have been like, let me just say this right now. I got hacked. I don't know what happened. Like, there's a way to address something like this. The way he's like, who would believe that? That's crazy, man. Who would believe any? Because everyone saw you post it. Like, what the hell? Like, what do you mean? Who would believe that? He definitely got someone in his ear saying, "Hey, you got to take this shit down. Are you fucking crazy? Why would you do something like this?" And if he got hacked, you would think he would instantly like cut a video or something saying, "Hey guys, listen!" Right before they went live, this is fake. This is AI generated. I got hacked. We're currently investigating what's going on here. None of that. It's just like, you guys are crazy. Why would you believe something like that? Because you posted his DM. Like, what do you mean? Why would we believe that? Even Eric Trump, his response was edited like 400 times. Like, you know how you could see if it's edited? So people were putting screenshots of the other 3 versions of it. Like he was like panic texting, trying to get the tweet out. Like, you could tell it. The whole thing was complete damage control here. And DC literally went from, hey, I'm going to expose this motherfucker. I don't know what DC was thinking, to be honest. I don't know why he would do this right before the event. That sounds like craziness. But maybe he was just like, man, I want to prove that I love this sport and I'm not going to stand for something like this. I don't care. Whatever happened, let the cards fall where they may. I'm putting this out there. and now he's pretending like it didn't happen. I don't know, man. It's so sketch.
It makes me sad because it's like, is DC gone? Is he gonna be gone? Dana can't. I mean, look at Dan Hardy. What happened to him? He's out there. Who knows what he's doing now? But DC. I mean, we got that relationship with Trump and Dana. I can't believe there was no upside to that.
Yeah, it was weird, right? What's weird too is, and here's the other side of it. Wow, DC's a rat. That's another thing too. Like, you could look at it on the other side of things, which I'm kind of glad he released that, because that's kind of shady, for the son of the president to be doing. But at the other, you look at the other way. Damn, you're a rat, bro. Like, you just ratted out. You ratted him out, dude.
I feel like I wouldn't have said anything. I'd have been like, hey, dude, ask somebody else. I don't want anything to do with this. But yeah, that's a kind of a punk move, man.
Right. So that's the other side of looking at it too. And then you have the other story with Sean Strickland. What about that? With Sean Strickland sneaking in?
Oh, so okay. Do you have any materials on that?
I could probably pull. Yeah.
Because I heard this is all I know. I was streaming and I heard they got Sean Strickland, like they are escorting him out of there, that he had some kind of mask on or something like that. That's all I knew. We were live and I was trying to focus on the event, so I didn't really want to divert. So I didn't really get a good look at what happened.
Okay, so
or how it happened.
Let me see if I can pull the here's a whole bunch of things here. Wow, a lot of videos are popping up now. So I want to get it in sequential order. So someone gave Sean a ticket last second. So credit to Sean. He was a man of his word. He showed up. Sean showed up and says, I'm gonna rile the people up. He shows up and he climbs into a ring that's out there. Everyone's going crazy. So apparently someone gave him a ticket to the Fan Fest, whatever the hell the outside event was going on. Everyone's going bonkers. Right? So he goes up and and the cops wrangle him up and arrest him. This
dude thinks he's Rosa Parks now. Yeah. He's loving this.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, guys. We're going to sneak in. I'm going to the front gate. We're going to get in. Don't worry about it. I'll see you guys in a sec.
All right. So, I mean, he probably could have got away with this shit.
Can you go back when they have him in cuffs, that photo?
Yeah. So here's them arresting him.
What a martyr.
Yeah. Right? Oh then they have him.
This photo, that's still right there.
Yeah, hold on. I got a better one here. Hold on.
Put that above his dining room table.
Oh my God, right? You got to make a shirt out of this.
Oh my gosh, that right there, he's going to make that merch. He's going to frame it. That's his moment. Everything that he's done has been leading up to that moment.
I got to, and he's barefoot, which is funny. It's like, where the hell is his shoes?
It looks like a protest thing from like the 70s. He's like, I made it, Ma. Look, I stood up for the people.
And he was there with his wife. Like I don't think he did this. But his wife, his wife went with him on vacation. Now, I don't think she went with him to do this. I could imagine, she's like, Sean, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He went. He's like, fuck it, I'm going. And she's like, okay.
His monster shirt.
Yeah, monster. Yeah, he got taken away in a paddy wagon. And then this is what he said afterwards. Hold on a second.
I may have been charged with disorderly conduct. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. Anyways, I just want to thank you fans, man. I can't thank you guys enough. After being banned, you guys writing, supporting me, it means a lot to me. Thank you.
Okay, so there he is, humbled. So yeah, so they escort him out, and Sean actually is a man of his word. He did show up, so I got to give him respect for that. The thing is, he's making it all about him. You notice this? Like, it's just like, you got this huge White House event. If he played his cards right, they would have had a shrine for him there. He could have hung out, this and that. But instead, he made it this whole shtick. He made it, this is a celebration of America. He's like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to make it about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it looks badass, but it's kind of a selfish, I don't know, attention.
I said it when Gaethje won. That Strickland was at home going, that should have been me. It should have been him getting all the glory. He was supposed to be America. Here's the thing about America. And Gaethje took, Gaethje? Oh, he's just sitting in his kitchen right now. Gaethje. Goichi. Like, that's all you got, bro. Just keep saying it. He's got the bout. He's got the red, white, and blue bout. You're just going to have to console yourself now with your little insult.
Not only does Gaethje get it done, right? And actually, let's save it. Hold on, let's save it. All right, fight one on the card. Let's go from bottom to top. Let's tease everybody. Let's go bottom to top on this thing. The UFC White House card. Overall, what would you say? Like, leaving this card, what were your final thoughts about it?
You know what? Once upon a time, I said that if they dared to put up the White House card against the Netflix MVP card, that Donald Trump would have snuck out the back door of the White House to watch the Netflix MVP event. And I stand by that because I think it was funny. But I was wrong. This card delivered far above and beyond what I could have ever imagined. And I can't remember exactly at what moment it was last night. It might have been when it was all over and I was looking at some of the footage to make a video. I realized this event did not need John Jones or Conor McGregor. It was amazing. It was amazing. The only thing I didn't like was that live band.
You didn't
Are
like
they good? I didn't, bro. I don't want to hear. I want to hear the actual from the speakers from the stair when it comes crashing down and it hurts. Like they were doing instrumentals because maybe they didn't have someone with the pipes or something to sing I don't know, but it was like, dude, you're butchering these classics. And then I think they did start from the bottom or something. They did some Drake song. And unless they had some old guy from the military singing it, which I don't think they did, they never cut away. It sounded like Drake. It sounded like the actual edit of that song.
Yeah.
So it's like, why did you do that one and not the live band? It's cool. I mean, I would have enjoyed it if it was like a nice day at the park and they were doing some music or something, but not for this event, man. I want to hear the real music. That was the only part that I was like, it sounds like elevator music, man.
Yeah, it was a mix. They did add like a little of the real songs. Like I think it was a DJ there that kind of went back and forth with it. I have an opposing opinion. I loved the music. Here's the thing, especially with Gaethje. Like when Gaethje's walkout, and I'm a known Gaethje hater when it comes to, like, I don't know, for some reason I can't get on board with Gaethje, but last night I got to be honest with you, there's nothing bad I could say about the guy. I can't say anything bad about that guy. That walkout where he looked at the Declaration of Independence and then the song that they were playing with the guy playing the guitar, and it was such a badass. Like I was joking around like, oh, it looks like this guy's walking out to his own funeral. I was making all these stupid jokes and now I'm eating my words. When I watched it back without no chat, just by myself, I watched that walkout. It was unfucking believable. The only thing I didn't like was that AI image of Gaethje on the screen. It was like, he was like it was it didn't even, it like sloth. I'm like, what was that? Like, what the hell is that thing over there? It's like, you mean to tell me you couldn't give me a good picture of Gaethje? It was just this weird AI. That's my only complaint. But the walkout with that dramatic music, oh my God, dude. Maybe that's the only good walkout. I don't know. Like the CHAMAS one was kind of cool, but the Gaethje walkout was killer, man. Like that's it got me, man. That one got me.
I need to watch it again.
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
I'm sorry. What was that?
I need that. That would wake me up in the morning. If I put that for my like alarm tone, that would wake me up. I would not hit snooze anymore.
You know what's crazy about that? I didn't even play it. Like that was on a tab on the side and it played on its own. So that was kind of weird timing, kind of perfect timing. Anyway, yeah, an alarm clock of that would be great. That scared the shit out of me too. Go ahead.
I guess I need to play it again because I remember he was what song was that? It was something about something in the grave gonna keep me down.
Yeah, it's
something
like I'm on the train tracks.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But something that is similar to that sentiment. And I remember. I don't know. I don't know what I guess I'm a snob with the music or something. I remember in the moment, maybe I have to watch it again, just isolated.
Yeah.
I remember in the moment, I thought the song or the execution of it was kind of cheesy. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe if it was.
Watch it again. Watch it again because I was goofing on it. I was like, it looks like he's walking out of it was like a wake or some shit like that. He's walking out to his own funeral. I was cracking jokes. When I watched it just by myself, there's like on X, they have the whole walkout there. It's long, but dude, maybe it's because of how he won, and then you go backwards and watch it again. It's like, damn. So if we're rooting for Gaethje, right? Clearly, like, I mean, we have some sort of weird thing with Gaethje, but like if we were like a hardcore Gaethje fan, Glazer, whatever it is, and we watched that walkout, maybe we would have felt it in real time. Maybe if the chat wasn't happening, I don't know. But when I sat back and watched it last night before I went to sleep, I was like, whoa. It was like powerful, man. That shit was crazy. The way they filmed it, the music, the way it hit. I don't know, man. Like, I think they did really well on that one. But yeah, in real time, it's like watching a fight too. You ever watch a fight and you feel one way about it, and then you watch it back and you're like, wow, I have a whole different opinion.
It's scary because it's like, oh no, this is like what I've chosen to do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watch it after the fact, I feel so different about it. Like, dang, I was acting one way in real time with the people. And now I'm like, oh, I look at it differently now.
It's like, it's weird, right? You get lost in it when you're watching it in real time. And then when you have an audience, you're like performing. And it's just like, for some reason, you feel like this is the right way to go with it. And then when you watch it back, you're like, damn, man. There's a lot of fights that are like that, but this walkout, I think you might get the same feeling. I'm curious what you think. But
I like the Gain one. I like the. He was doing a lot of dancing, and it was cool. He was so comfortable.
Yes. Oh, I was saying the same thing, dude. That's crazy. All right, let's go. We'll start from the bottom, and we'll get quickly. We'll go quickly through this to the meat, right? Because let's be honest, the co-main and main, there's so much to talk about there. Okay, so I'm a little upset about this over here with the Garcia-Lopez fight. I'm a known Diego Lopez hater. I'm in the 2 percentile. Everyone loves this guy. The crowd was going ballistic for this dude. My chat was like, you are an asshole for not liking this guy. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. But I was rooting for the bat in Steve Garcia. I thought Garcia had a great first round. And I thought this was his fight to win if he just stuck to the game plan. As soon as he got popped, bop, bop, this dude, instead of circling, says, oh, we're about that right now. You want to toe the line with the bat, right? Garcia stayed in the pocket and says, let me bang, bro, and literally got mauled. And it's like, dude, you were winning that fucking fight, idiot. Like all you had to do was just say, okay, all right, that sucked. Let me circle around and regroup a little bit. I got these long ass arms. These jabs are working. Why are we not doing that? But Diego Lopez, man, he seized the moment and just mowed him down. And I cried for a little bit. How'd you feel about it?
Mowed him down. Was that a landscaping joke, Moss?
Possibly.
Wonderful.
So I can't remember who I picked. I think I picked Garcia.
Really?
I can't remember. It's driving me crazy because I want to say like all my picks were right, but I'm not positive. It was annoying. It was like, it reminded me of like when Roundtree fought Pereira. That one is so burned into my brain because Roundtree, I feel like I was very vindicated last night. I have gone through Pereira's resume and let people know time and time again that he does not have the resume people think. Who did he beat? Jiri. Now we know what we think about Jiri. Jamal Hill? Somebody that people always make fun of. He got his butt kicked by Roundtree. Anyway, Garcia had a beautiful plan. And the thing that annoyed me even more about Lopez was after the fact, he was like, oh, yeah, I know how he does round one. That's why I kind of took it off. No, you got your butt kicked in round one.
Mm-hmm.
So he was doing his thing. And then, yes, he got caught in the kind of like what it felt like Gaethje did. And he scared me a couple moments in the fight where they get in there and they get a little too emotional, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh no, I'm gonna get the better of him. I'm not gonna step back. I'm not gonna be the one to step back. And it's like, what looks better? To step back and swallow your pride a little bit and reset, recalibrate, and come back with something better, throw a few leg kicks, or now you lost the fight. And yeah, it was very disappointing. I felt like he was very, very much in control, and he blew it. He blew it. I think he would have won that fight easily if he would have stayed poised and patient. And he threw caution to the wind. And now we're going to get Lopez and Volkanovski 11.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh, this is not good, man. This is not good, because now he's going to be right back in the mix and this and that. And listen, he's an exciting guy. The fact that once you make a mistake, he capitalize and literally beat the snot out of you. It's very impressive.
And if they find out that Jean Silva, in fact, does have all the steroids in his little fridge, then for sure they're gonna leapfrog him and go to Lopez again.
I would love to, man. I would love to see him and Silva run it back. That fight was so good, man. I would love to see
Silva
that.
was kicking his butt too.
That was a good one. Yeah, I mean, congratulations to Lopez. He did his thing and he seized the moment, and I was impressed, although very upset with Steve Garcia. The person I wasn't impressed with was Kyle Daukaus. My goodness, did he look absolutely atrocious. I was thinking he might have a shot, some sort of shot in this thing, but this Bond-looking villain son of a bitch came
His
in
body looks like it's melting.
It's a wonderland.
He look like he looks like a politician, doesn't he? It was weird at the White House. Kyle Daukaus looks like he'd be running for something. I don't know. He has that face.
He looks like he's running from his flying saucer. That's what he looks like. He looks like some sort of alien, some sort of it's weird, man. He's an ack type.
He's running from his sexuality. There's something.
By the way, I loved these gloves, the blue and red corner gloves with the American flag on them. I was digging it, man. I'm not a big uniform guy, but for some reason I'm a sucker for gloves. I'm sick of the black gloves, man. I'm thinking, let's go forward with this. Blue and red corner gloves. No more wraps. Let's do the whole damn glove. Put some gold on the championship gloves, like the old days. Well, old days like a year ago. But I mean, I don't know. I think it looks cool. It looks cool in this picture over here. You can get rid of the Party City shorts, like you said. And
yeah, but I like them too. I think they pop a little bit.
Yeah, they're kind of cool. What'd you think of Big
This
Bo?
is the one. What's that?
What'd you think of Big Bo?
Big Bo. Oh my gosh. This is the one for sure. I can't remember. I have to go back and look because I know we talked about it on the last episode. I can't remember this pick for sure. I got wrong. I just cannot. I don't care if he's fighting one of the ring girls. I'll just always pick against Bo Nickal. I just can't bring myself to do it. I was very annoyed. I was very disappointed. I mean, I don't got much to say about this fight. Kyle Daukaus just did not show up. He just not is the matchup for this guy. He had nothing for him. And he had no heart whatsoever.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing, the most interesting thing I could say about Bo Nickal wasn't even from the fight. I thought it was disrespectful. I thought it was weird that they sat Bo Nickal down to Josh Hokit at the post-fight presser. They could have done any arrangement that they wanted to, and they decided to sit Bo Nickal down right next to Josh Hokit. And I don't know if they're trying to cause some kind of friction. I don't know if they're trying to make Hokit be the first 3-weight division champion and go all the way down the middleweight. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I thought it was interesting at the very least.
Yeah. Well, I really like the fact that they went OG with the panel like that.
Yes.
I was like, bring that back. Is it back finally? I guess it was because of time restrictions. They probably hey, let's just lump this all together and get out of here. But I think they should definitely go back to that. Even back in the day, they used to bring the losers on every once in a while. They just brought the winners on this. But go back to the old style. It was so much fun watching those press conferences, especially when they asked Dana a question about a fighter that's sitting next to him. I love that because Dana's now got to have to he loves throwing these guys under the bus and shit like that. Yep. But when they're sitting next to him, it makes it more fun watching him do that. So yeah, I love that.
Did you hear Gaethje's phone go off? He was watching TikToks.
Oh, was he really? I mean,
Dana was talking, and you just hear, woo, and he goes, whoop. And Dana's like,
bro's just sitting there watching highlights of himself. I mean, I don't blame him. I don't, dude, I would be glued to that phone if I did what Justin Gaethje did that night for sure. It was weird though. Yeah, Hokit sitting next to a guy that beat him up back in the day wrestling with Bo Nickel.
Now, when you have time, you could go back and watch this. It was so weird because Hokit, this was at the very beginning of the press conference. Hokit was sitting next to Nickel. Okay. So I'm Hokit and you're Nickel. Okay. Hokit goes like this, and Nickel does not react. Hokit goes like this.
Wait,
and just moves on. And I was like, what was he doing back there? Like, there's no way whatever he did, Bo didn't feel or notice or what. It was like if he was like getting something out of Bo's back pocket or something. It was like so close and so obvious. And it wasn't like he was reaching down and adjusting his shoe. It was over here.
Did he oil check him? You think?
It was kind of like when Dana White oil checked Conor McGregor in that footage, that classic footage, remember, that everyone always refers to? Remember Dana White and Conor McGregor were sitting down. It was like some kind of interview with someone, and they do that weird. It was very similar to that. I don't know what happened. I just know that happened, and it was very weird.
All right, that's interesting. No, I don't remember that, but I got to look back and see what's going on. Yeah, maybe try to get a little stink finger or something. You know, little boat nickel stink finger. I don't know. Yeah, let me get a sniff of that ass. I don't know. Were you surprised that two 40-year-olds got their asses beat, like literally slaughtered, with Michael Chandler and Derek Lewis, back to back, senior citizen beatdowns?
So, I have to be on the other side of that.
Okay.
Because I always tell people that the UFC is an old man's game. I always have to tell everybody when they doubted Volkanovski, when they doubted Gaethje against Pimblett, when they doubted Gaethje against Ilya, I always tell them, look historically at all the champions, they tend to be the older guys on the upper end of age. And then, of course, because of course that's just the way it goes with numbers. Eventually someone's going to win, and sometimes they end up being younger, but typically, if you just go to every division, throughout the years, they tend to be the older guys. And then you'll get these younger guys coming up and being contenders, and then they have to lose the hard way. They have a little bit of an ego. They got some stuff they got to polish, and then they become champs when they're a little older. So I usually don't look at that metric at all. You just reminded me, okay, there was another one. I have, I think there's something in me that pushes back a little because there's so much hatred for Michael Chandler. And I'm like, I don't see it. I don't get it. I think he's a likable guy. I love the way he fights. I'll never root for him. If I was a betting person, I never bet on him because he's probably going to lose. I just know it's going to be, a crash. Just that guy's crazy the way he fights, even if he's the one getting knocked out. But I did pick Chandler because I just like him a lot, and I thought he was going to be so explosive, and that Ruffy was going to be a lot more technical with it, and that Chandler was just going to go off on him. And
you picked Chandler even knowing that Volk was going to be in the corner of the hoof? So
I was surprised by that. Maybe I'm a casual for that. When I saw Volkanovski in the corner, I was like, what? He's in the corner. I knew that they had worked together and trained together and stuff. But when I saw him in the corner, I went, oh, shoot. That was the first time I knew he was like that plugged in with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't find out till the night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's a smart. I think it's one of the reasons why McGregor, I think he's kind of failed a little bit. Like he kind of fumbled by not contemplating, not completely turning his back on SBG, but testing other gyms, going to other places, getting other looks, getting other coaches' opinions and stuff like that might have prolonged his career even more, even though he's going to knock out Max Holloway next month. But regardless, I think Hoofy doing this, he's got that McGregor style, but he was realistic to say, okay, maybe I got as much as I could out of the fighting nerds, and let me explore, like getting into a camp with Volk, it's not going to hurt you, right? And yeah, training over with those guys in Australia clearly has had him dialed in. Now, I can't say off of this fight that Hoofy is going to be a champion or whatever because he beat Chandler at a later age in his career, whatever. But he did look damn good, right? I mean, Chandler looks terrible now. Like the last fight, and the reason why I was thinking about switching to Chandler, but the reason why I didn't was because of his last fight. Chandler's last fight, he looked bad, and he kind of conned us, saying, "Hey, this one's for me." Like in the lead up to this fight, where he kind of said, like, made you start to think, well, maybe he's trying to do all this exciting stuff for the fans. Maybe he's gonna go back to his wrestling and do his thing. But even his wrestling didn't work here. Like when he tried to shoot, Hoofy was like, yeah, nah, that's not happening, bro. That's not happening.
It was embarrassing.
He little broed him the whole time, and yeah, it was ugly. And the fact that Chandler did not lay down his gloves on the White House lawn and retire, he didn't seize the moment. Like, fuck it, you lost. Who cares? Just lay him down there. That's make a speech, get a standing ovation from the crowd, the president's cage side, and become a content creator or do whatever the hell you're gonna do. I don't know. I think he made a massive mistake there by not retiring.
He's going to call out Dariush.
Yeah.
Maybe he's hoping. I could only assume what was going through his mind at the time, that he was hoping. And, I guess it's possible to be this delusional because there's a lot of people in the MMA community that are. I feel like me and you are the only ones that are saying that Connor's going to win. Maybe Chandler's thinking Connor's going to lose. And he's going to so brutally lose that he has no choice but to fight someone like me, and he wants that red choni night. That's the only thing I could think of.
You might be right. Yeah, because if he retires, that ship might complete. Yeah, maybe he's just like, he wants that ex-girlfriend to get back with him so bad. He'll do anything to get her back. And yeah, that could be it. He wants that red penny night. I did hear, though, that after the fight, he adopted Derek Lewis. I don't know if that's true. All right. Speaking of...
Oh, my gosh. Oh. Have you ever seen Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yeah, it's a great movie. That might be Jim Carrey's best. Like, that's low-key, like, one of his better ones, easily, right? Like...
Oh, yeah. We watched it during one of our movie nights on Patreon, and I hadn't seen it since I was like a teenager, and it was so good.
Oh, it's very funny. Yeah, that one's very funny. Josh Hokit, Derek Lewis. Now, I feel a little weird about this one because Derek Lewis is one of my guys. So, like, we've had this conversation before where I told you, like, I've always been a fan of Derek Lewis. But now it's like this is the version of Derek Lewis where we know he's completely washed, right? So taking this fight, Josh Hokit technically was in a dangerous fight because he's fighting a guy that has nothing to lose. Like, this guy he's got the kiss of death in his hands. And watching Josh, the way he handled this thing, I really liked it a lot because he flipped him off in the beginning. And then when the fight got going, he dialed in. Hokit was literally in the zone. Like, he was like, no, I'm going to win this fight. And I love how he traded with the guy, but didn't mix that wrestling up beautifully when he was on top of him and just big brothering him, even though he was like 30 pounds less. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful performance by Hokit. Now, I'm not saying, hey, let's say this guy is the greatest fighter of all time, which he probably is. But still, I'm not going to say it right now because of the Derek Lewis situation. But that is how you're supposed to beat a guy like Derek Lewis at this stage of the game. And to take out the guy with the most knockouts in the UFC, this is a big win for the Hoke, man. I enjoy this way too much, way more than I should have.
And he beat him at his own game. He knocked him out. He didn't point spar him to a victory, to a decision. He didn't play it safe and run around the referee like Israel Adesanya did against El Mero Mero. He went toe-to-toe with him. He traded with him. He put him down. He controlled him in every single way. It was absolutely beautiful. I know any intelligent person knows this part. I'm not saying anything new here to them, but I told people this was going to be a way easier fight for Hokit than Blades. And people kept talking about Lewis's power. And I said, it's just like a semi going down the road. You don't want to get hit by that, right? So don't stand in the middle of the road. I told everybody, Hokit's not gonna fight him like he fought Blades. He's smarter than that. He's a All-American in multiple sports. He was a 49er. Like, he's too athletic. He's like what I always tell people. MMA fighters typically aren't the best athletes. They're dudes that ended up there and had to get punched in the face for a living because they couldn't make it as football players or basketball players or whatever. He was there. He does have that athleticism. So he's a big issue for guys that are just overweight. Like, something ridiculously impressive about Hokit is he came into the fight so much lighter than look at people like Pereira. He thinks, I'm going to put on weight. I'm going to put on so much weight. I'm going to put it on so quickly. And I'm going to put it on even so I'm way more than gain. Hokit's like, I'm just going to roll in however I am, be shorter than Lewis, be way less weight than Lewis, have a shorter reach than Lewis. And he's the biggest knockout artist in UFC history, and he's all good. He didn't take the precautions that Pereira did. He just went in as he was and destroyed.
Josh Hokit not only stole the pre-fight press conference, not only stole the night with the knockout, and then hit that mic drop moment with the Obama thing. This guy went at the press conference. He literally, I honestly think he was a part of Gaethje's win. Like, I really, truly believe he was living rent-free in Ilya's head. And, let's be honest, Alex's head too, maybe. Like, I mean, he might have rattled him a little bit because Alex kind of looked a little sus too. But Josh Hokit is able to penetrate your head with, you don't know where he's coming from. And he did something that was, listen, I'm a Hokit Glazer, man. I know a lot of people are going to be like, man, this guy, he's got to get off this guy's dick, whatever. You got to take what he did and really analyze it. When he, at the ceremonial weigh-ins, he got rid of all that other shtick and went back into the Incredible Hulk and told Derek Lewis, basically, if you knock me out or if you don't take this from me, I'll find you in the parking lot and I'll get you back over there. So basically, like, hey, man, if you knock me out, you took everything from me, I'm going to fight you in the parking lot. That is such a mental gymnastics of emotions. Like you could tell Lewis was like, what? Like, you could tell, like, he's like, did this guy just say, is this guy think I'm going to knock him out and then he's going to fight me in the parking lot? Like, wait, what's going on? Like, I feel like he's confused Lewis completely. And then he goes in there and puts on that performance. Dude, this guy is very intelligent, man. Like, he's way smarter than people realize.
Yes, he was letting Derek know that he didn't want him to take any kind of glory from him, that he wanted something very specific in this fight, and if he didn't get it, he was going to get it one way or another, and it just turned into something bigger than Derek Lewis has ever encountered. Derek Lewis never gets into those kind of like Sarukian, Chamoyev, Conor McGregor, like outside the cage type of skirmishes. So he's like, what? If you look at the footage, you can even see Lewis kind of talking to Dana after, like, did you hear that, Dana? Like, what is he talking about? Like, it got kind of weird, and just nobody knows what to make of him. But the thing is, when Hokit does it, he doesn't do it like Tony Ferguson or like Jiri, where they're actually off. He does it in a way that's so clever and intelligent. He knows exactly what he's doing to get you where he wants you to be. And he's so in control of every moment. He's a genius.
Guys, if you are a Josh Hokit hater and whatever, and you don't like whether it's a joke or what he said at the White House card, I want you to watch this guy moving forward. He has an answer to every situation. If he loses, he has a character. If he wins, he has a character. He's going after other fighters, setting up future situations. The last time we saw something close to this was Conor. But this is on another level. This is an American doing it. And he's doing it in a way that we've never seen multiple personalities. This has never been done within the UFC. Now, maybe you see it in WWE, maybe he's taking inspiration from there, but he's putting it into the octagon and he's mutilating his opponents at the same time. It is the perfect storm, and I urge people out there, if you are a hater, just give it a chance, because this is another situation of a fighter That's probably going to be a once-in-a-lifetime situation. We're not going to see another Josh Hokit out there. Enjoy the ride, and if you don't like him, enjoy his defeat when he eventually does lose. But just enjoy him as a character. Enjoy to either hate him or love him. I really hope that fans could understand that this guy's a necessity in 2026. This is something that the UFC was needed. Like, they're relying on Conor McGregor next month. They're still trying to rely on Conor McGregor. Why? Because they need more Hokits. They need more guys out there to be interesting. So I think this is great for the UFC. And I say just fuck it. Screw. I saw the video of Tom Aspinall saying, "Okay, I'll be ready in September." Screw him, man. Get rid of him. Cut him. Like, get him out of his contract. Like, he wants to go, let him go. I don't want to see him anymore. Like, leave. I put Hokit versus Gane. I'm sold. I'm good. I'm good, man. Skip the line, because you got Volkov, who kind of deserves it. He's right there. You got Pavlovich is looking a lot better. And then you got Acosta coming off the loss, and you got Hokit sitting there. I say run it back with Volkov and Pavlovich. They had that weird sketch fight where they kind of were friends but hated each other. I don't know. Make them a number one contender, whoever wins that fight. Have Hokit skip the line. Fight Gane. Goodbye, Aspinall. See you later. I'm done with you, man. I don't know. But it seems like Aspinall Gane September is probably what they're going to be pushing for.
And for people that don't like Hokit, I would think that when this happened last night, I even actively thought about that you would hope and think that people would be like, you know what? This guy's pretty cool, because he had the performance that he had. He has the buzz around him that he has. And still he said, well, Aspinall probably wants to come back. So, yeah, it should be Aspinall and Gane. And I guess I could fight Pereira. That's all right. So, being that modest, I mean, he knows he's in a position where he's got so much controversy and talk and things around him, and the way he's winning, that he could try to really campaign for that. And he's like, I'll wait my turn. I'll do whatever. I'm good. And he wants to fight a guy that everyone thinks is such a monster in Pereira. And people they're still not giving him respect. He's not trying to be like Patty. He's not trying to be like all these guys like, I want to go to the front of the line yesterday. He's like, yeah, I'll do whatever. I'll wait my turn. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. He's like, yeah, I'll take it. You want that? Yeah, give me prayer. If he wants to stick around, sure. Yeah, I do respect that. Yeah, for sure. The next fight over here, Sean O'Malley versus Zahabi. Quick stoppage.
Early stoppage.
That's it. Okay, we move on. Oh, you think that? Yeah. Are you on the same page?
You said early stoppage?
I'm 100% there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. And right, I hate it. I can't stand. Oh, that's the end of the show. All right. Thank you, everybody. Michelle Obama is a man. Okay. So I can't stand it when people say things like, when I call out the fact that it's an early stoppage and someone says something like, oh, you could tell that Sean was going to win that fight anyway.
Dude.
Let him win it then. Like, yes. We're speaking in hypotheticals now. Like, if you have to go to a hypothetical in an argument, you should realize you're in a bad position. Mm-hmm. If we're having to step outside of reality, you should realize you're in a bad position. Maybe he would have won. Who knows? Maybe they would have got bombed and everybody would have died. Who knows what could have happened? But it didn't. So what we did see happen was we saw a dude that took one bad shot and then another really bad shot. Mm-hmm. He went down in a way that didn't look good, the weight of his body, and then he kind of landed in a way that he either like rolled flat on his back right before he was trying to get back up, or landed flat on his back. But he didn't have the Macy Barbers,
Yeah.
He didn't do the blood sport. He went down and he's like, dang it, and he's like trying to get back up. He was never like gone. I always call that out when I see that, when you see the eyes and the nosebleeds and they're just gone. And that moment never happened. It was an ugly shot. He fell down, and then he was already ready to bounce back up. And you could see a little bit of a grimace in his face, like, man, I just got punched. All right, let's do it. He's already propping himself, getting up. And the guy's like, no, stay there. Like,
yeah, this guy's supposed to get the knockout.
What's that?
It was like Herzog was like, this guy, wait, hold on. He's supposed to get the knockout this
Yeah.
fight. Yeah.
Jason Herzog was like, bro, I already DM'd with Eric Trump.
Yeah.
We already worked this out. What are you doing? So it's like people weren't taking into consideration. We're talking about Jason Herzog here. I don't even know how the guy's still there.
It's not even the first time this guy's done this. Yes. He's done this all the time. He's
weird. Either pulling people up to get him to the corner or sign him. No, stay down. Trust me. You're not there right now. Trust me. And then, oh my gosh. Okay. And I know you had to have touched on this already. O'Malley completely manipulated. Well, let's say Herzog is not disgusting and corrupt and dirty and all that. Let's say, okay, O'Malley manipulated him and everybody else when he tried to do that walk-off and made it seem like he knocked him out. And then he went full Elon Musk. And did you see Strickland going like this?
What do you mean, O'Malley? Wait.
Oh, yeah, O'Malley. Well, Strickland does that at home as well, but I meant O'Malley. When he's...
Yeah. I'm going to play it here.
Crazy.
So
he was doing the Roman salute.
Here it is. Here's like from the sidelines here. So he connects. Hold on, let's get from the beginning. You said Strickland because Zahabi was channeling his inner Sean Strickland with that Philly show that he was rolling in with.
That must be it. It was not the white power thing. It must be that. Yeah.
He connects, puts him down. That was a nice shot. So Zahabi rolls around. He gets hit with the follow-up, right? He goes down. That was a great shot. But look at this. Like, that is like, come on, man. Like, it's like, it's like, dude, this is not a movie, man. He's not out. Like, he's saluting, right? Zahabi's getting back up.
It kind of looked like Herzog even kind of like positioned his body toward O'Malley for like he caught what he was doing and he's like, oh yeah, I see you. And he's like, oh yeah, it must be out.
Yeah, that was weird, man. Now listen, O'Malley could have finished the sequence. I mean, if he wasn't saluting, he probably would have finished him there. But he was saluting. Wow. Like, so it's like Zahabi was getting back up, Herzog's like, no, and he's just, and it does, you're right, it actually does look like he's oh boy.
Look at the way he's positioned, like with his hand on his hips, and like that's a
what the fuck?
I've watched Major Payne. All right, I've seen dudes salute. I've never seen a salute like that didn't happen on German ground, on German soil.
Oh boy,
that is crazy.
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
And you know that Ariel was going on for a while even before that clip because his voice is already shredded. So I want to know what he said before that.
He said that right after the Nazi salute. He said, yeah, that was a bunch of bullshit, man. Even Jorge Masvidal, who I can't, I'm not a big Jorge fan. This is his reaction to it. I got a lot of heat in the chat, man, I got a lot of heat for saying that was quick. I want to see it finish. I want to see it, like you actually explained it perfectly, so I don't even have to repeat what you said, man. You said it. You hit the nail on the head. Here's Masvidal.
There we go. Go! Baby. Why'd they stop it, man? Get the out of here, ref.
Crazy.
Ref up that fight, bro.
Look at that.
That fight just got good.
Can you keep playing that that moment where the guy was about to get back up? Do you remember like in the Power Rangers when they got knocked down and they did that weird thing like where they like swing their legs and they get back up without even using their hands? It almost looked like Zahabi's doing sit-ups. Like he goes down and he's immediately coming back up.
Yeah.
Like boom, I'm getting up. Like what the heck? He's getting up.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
You can't fall down. You can't. You're in a mixed martial arts match. You're a cage fighter. You're in the ring. You just got lubed up by a stranger. You're in your chonies. You can't get knocked down. What is this, basketball? A fighter can't get knocked down and get back up. That's crazy. He's forcing him to stay down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little suspect. It's not the first time Herzog has been involved in something like that, like you said.
Another thing that I was telling people is, okay, and I want to I want to say this like 10 times over and over just to be as thorough as possible because I feel like some people are just blinded by their bias because of who it is, because they want Sean O'Malley to win. People want Sean O'Malley to win just as much as Dana wants Sean O'Malley to win.
Yeah.
But a lot was done with the body language, with that manipulation to Herzog, to the people around, to the people at home. That's why they all think, if they really believe it, that he won because of the way that he emoted. And people buy that. That's why that's how the WWF does what it does, or WWE now, because of the acting, because of the emoting. What do they do? Remember that dude with Roger Jackson? He goes, you ain't gonna sell it. You ain't gonna sell it. Remember Psycho Stu when he was like, you're not gonna do kayfabe with me?
Yeah.
That is what O'Malley did. He sold it, and everybody bought it. And what I was trying to tell people yesterday too was, you guys are full of it, because if you can't buy that, if you're gonna pretend that you don't understand what I just said, then this is all I have left for you. Are you gonna act like you wouldn't call it an early stoppage if it wasn't the other way around and they stopped it like that on O'Malley?
100%. You know what the worst part about this is? O'Malley's last 2 finishes were early stoppages.
Whoa.
Aljamain Sterling with Mark Goddard, that was an early stop, man. Like Aljo might have gotten finished there for sure, but Mark stepped in and everyone was complaining and this and that, and it was controversy. And now we move into this one here. He hasn't had a finish in how long? And the UFC is desperate to get Sean O'Malley a finish. The whole lead up, Sean needs a finish. It is bonkers to me that people aren't realizing that this needed to happen for the UFC. Even Sean's celebration showed that he was practicing in the mirror before this happened, because he knew that this was supposed to happen. Zahabi was last night. Then let's see, the Aljo one was 2023. So if you look back, the last official knockout by Sean O'Malley was Paiva in 2021. So it's been since 2021 since he had a solid knockout with Raul. And I got to watch that one again, too. Like, I kind of don't remember the Paiva fight, to be completely honest. But even Moutinho's fight, right? It took him 3 rounds to get to the point, and there was a pity stoppage.
Oh yeah, Moutinho's the dude that had like the liberal haircut, right? He's the dude that they shouldn't even have stopped that fight, and he went all the way, and he was a zombie, and he was willing to go to the end, and he was mad when they stopped it. They stopped that because they wanted to. That guy was gonna keep going.
Yeah. Thomas Almeida was in the 3rd round. So, like, to say that this guy's got the kiss of death in his hands and he's got this knockout power, no, he's just very precise. He's a slick striker with great footwork, but he's a little overrated with that power. And they're just, everyone's just like, oh, because he's got the cool hair and the look and all this stuff, and he's a fun guy to watch, right? Like, he's an elite guy for sure. But to say that this guy's got like 1-punch knockout power, he doesn't have any of that shit, man. This dude, like, he's got to keep following you up until eventually the ref stops the fight. Like, these guys, it's like
it is ironic that he's a sniper, because he does look like a mass shooter.
He does. Yes, he does.
Did you see they had snipers on the roof?
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
I feel like it would be more fitting. Like, that would be a more fitting career path for this dude.
Yeah, but I mean, he got the win. This is a necessity for him, and they'll probably find a way to get him right back up there.
And I did pick him, so let's just.
Oh, there you go.
All that aside, early stoppage aside, I did pick him. So
okay. Well, the fact that you picked him and thought it was an early stoppage, that goes to show you there's zero bias.
Thank you for reminding me about that. I even told people, I kept saying last night, by the way, I picked O'Malley, and I'm still saying this. So that should really sink in with people. But of course it won't.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Like, because I did pick against O'Malley, and there's clear bias. There's no doubt about it. Because I'm like the guy that's just like, man, how is no one seeing that this guy's got no power? Like, I've been screaming this forever. But I come across as an O'Malley hater. But if you do pick Sean, and by the way, I picked Sean over Peter Yan, and I watched it a replay, and I'm like one of the few people that actually thinks that Sean actually got the win. Like, I thought he squeezed it out. Yeah, I'm in the big minority with that one. I still stand by the fact that I think Sean just barely squeezed that fight out.
When you consider that, do you consider like all the many times that he cheated and howled and pulled and clutched to the cage? I made a video about that, so I remember it very vividly. He cheated a lot.
Well, he's a fan of McGregor, and McGregor, when he's not doing well, he likes to do that as well. He likes to grab, and so I gave him a pass. But all right, so now we're in the meat. Right now, and this card, let's be honest, like all the criticism aside with the early stop, I mean, phenomenal, right? All knockouts. It felt like a movie was playing out, and everything that happened was supposed to happen, and then all of a sudden, this happens over here, the co-main event, And then the movie, and I was the one complaint I had after the O'Malley fight when I was talking to the people, I'm like, the only thing is, like, where's the underdog? Where's that oh shit moment? Like, I need that oh shit moment. And thank God the oh shit moment happened at the cost of everyone's favorite fighter, Alex Pereira. This is the guy where the Alex Pereira fan base is like the most insufferable group of fans I've ever met in my life. I understand why they like him, but this guy walks on water to this fan base. And I found myself rooting for Alex, even though I picked Cyril Gane, and I'm very happy about that. But I found myself rooting in the beginning for Alex, and then I full-blown started rooting for Cyril come the second round. I'm like, I hope he gets this knockout. Like, I just switched and became a Cyril Gane fan. I can't even believe this fucking happened. What a finish, man. Like, that was phenomenal. And like you said before, how he looked loose coming out, Gane was just like, dude, this is easy. Like, this is going to be an easy one. That stare down, usually it's like so intense, right? When Alex Pereira is on one side and the other fighter's staring back. Gane was like, bro, this guy's easy work. It's crazy.
Gane, I didn't see anybody else talking about this. Gane looked irritated. He looked loose and he looked comfortable, but I caught moments when they were kind of like walking up to each other when they were going to touch gloves and like in between. And even after, the most I saw this was after the fight, right after in the cage and at the press conference. Gane looked depressed. He looked disrespected. And I think the feeling he must have had was kind of like how Stipe Muchacho felt when he was going to fight Nogano. And he's like, everyone's making it about this guy, about how he's going to make history. He's going to be the 3-division champ. Chama, 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 chama. And in Gane's mind, he's like, you might as well have me fight Sean O'Malley. He's like, I'm so disrespected that this guy is going to eat some Twinkies. He's going to come up with no muscle mass. And you guys are thinking he's going to be the 3-division champion. How disrespectful. Because even after the fight, he was like, he's laying down. He's talking to his coaches. He looked like his loved ones and everyone he's ever cared about died. He looked so down and depressed. And everyone, you're usually celebrating with coaches. Yeah, and he was talking to his coach like this. Like he didn't just win the fight. And then at the press conference, he was like, I noticed, and I noticed this with all the fighters. And I don't know if it's some weird White House stuff. I don't know if they did like the Men in Black to them or what. But there was a weird tone and atmosphere. It was kind of like that footage when the dudes came back from the moon landing. Have you ever seen that footage where they're like, and it's all weird and they act like they can't talk or whatever? That's how the press conference was. It had a weird atmosphere. Everybody looked depressed. It was crazy.
But Dana White said to them, though, before they went out there, I'm putting all you guys out here. Do not say anything stupid. He said it. It's bad enough. I probably use, like, it's like at school when you use one guy as an example. I'm sure he pointed at Hokit. He's like, this motherfucker said that, and now I got to deal with this shit. I want you all to be on your best behavior tonight. It looked like a bunch of school kids that were just like, we just got reprimanded, you know?
That's a good point, because I was trying to figure out what could it have been. Did they walk down the wrong hallway? They saw something crazy? Or I was trying to figure it out. And then the thing that I was clinging to the most was, they're all bummed out because everybody came in here thinking they were the one that was going to get a big fat bonus. And I think that's what that I thought was the most realistic. It must be that. And then something that I caught on like halfway into the press conference, I don't know if you saw the whole thing, that dude that kind of looks like a Grim Reaper looking dude, the dude that kind of looks like what are those cats that looks like they got shaved and they have no fur? You know that guy I'm talking about?
Oh my God.
He's like the shriveled up dude with the shaved head. He looks like he's like 95 years old. He's like the head security guard.
Okay.
No. I don't think it was him. I think it was another bald guy. I'm mixing up. I'm being bald racist right now. I'm mixing up guys. Forgive me. I'm being the baldest. He came in and handed Dana White a piece of paper. And Dana White goes, oh, Oh, well, I guess everyone that had a finish is getting a $25,000 bonus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
then he tells someone, you're right. So I think before that, the people are probably, am I getting the bonus? Am I getting the bonus? And he probably told them no. And so they're probably sitting there like, what the heck? I thought.
How did Dana White not notice the gap? Because didn't they say, like, with the Paramount era, everyone's getting $25K. All you got to do is get a finish, and you're getting that finish bonus, right? So
yes.
So why did I found it very strange too? Like, why in this event they're not getting that? Literally, that was the deal with the Paramount era, and then all of a sudden it switched on them. That was weird. Yeah.
There's different places your mind can go. When that happened, I thought, wow, it's true. Dana is a mouthpiece. He doesn't even know what the heck is going on. People are telling him what the bonuses are.
Mm-hmm.
Then I thought, oh, this is a show. He's putting this on. He knows exactly what's going on. He's trying to play the part like he's not that much in control of it. I don't know. I guess there's different ways you could think of it. It could be because it was a White House thing. And for this particular event, they had these other sponsors giving hundreds of thousands of dollars for bonuses. So they did bonuses different. I don't know. But apparently he found out they were doing it in that moment. So maybe before that, all these other fighters that heard that Gaethje and Gain were getting the money, and I guess Ilya, even though he lost, they were like, what the heck? I thought this was going to change my life. This was going to be the biggest thing ever with the biggest bonuses. I'm getting nothing. So maybe it was that. But yeah, maybe it was Hokit, because Hokit, of all people, I thought this was his time. Yeah. If any time ever after his victory at the White House, and he was maybe the most awkward.
Yeah. He got reprimanded 100%. There is not a doubt in my mind when he got pulled back, because they didn't show Trump or Dana after he said that. They kept the camera strategically away from those guys. When that was all done, they were like, okay, let's just pretend this never happened. I guarantee, dude, he must have got his ass reamed for that. 100%.
Even hearing you say that just makes my blood boil.
Yeah.
Why would they reprimand him? I don't get why they would have been mad. I would have thought that Donald Trump would have went in the cage and been like, that's what I've been saying. Like, I thought that he would. I don't understand, like, this nature that we're like, it's so weird.
Yeah,
I want to get Michelle Obama's a man merch. I don't understand why everyone's acting like this.
My chat was just saying Big Mike over and over again. I was like, damn. I'm like, we got to move on, man. This is getting crazy. It was getting crazy.
I love it, man.
It's funny about Cyril Gane. Like, if he has a dance partner, he's very exciting. Like, I got to give Alex Pereira credit, because, like, he went in there and says, let's bang. Let's go in there. Let's not fuck around. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to try to knock your head off, and I expect you to do the same back. And I really thoroughly enjoyed watching that fight with those two go at it. I think as long as you could put someone in front of Cyril that is ready to scrap and not run around with him, not make it a technical fight, it's crazy that Cyril could win both ways. The problem with Cyril Gane, and what everyone is latching on to, I'm gonna show you one person. You know where I'm going to go with this, right?
We'll get to it. I think I know where you're going to go.
Okay. The illegal shots?
I told everybody Cyril Gane's going to win, and I wasn't afraid of it. I wasn't ashamed. I said, Gane's going to win, and he's going to win with hammer fist to the back of the head. Like, I called it. I said, I don't care if he wins that way. I know he's going to win, though. Just like the great philosopher said, the thing about cheating is that it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I told people that's how it's gonna go, and he wore him down with like 10 shots to the back of the head.
Yeah,
and then he's already hearing the birds, and then he knocked them out.
It was people are shitting on Herb Dean, and they're acting surprised. They're acting surprised that this happened. It's like, bro, like, what are you surprised about? Like, this is Cyril Gane. This is what he does. Like, this is his thing. Josh Hokit's gonna talk some shit. And Cyril Gane, if you give him any chance, you give him an eyeball, you give him the back of your head, he's gonna take it. And he goes into kill mode. Now listen, not all of the shots were actually technically back of the head, but I would say a good 3 of them probably landed in the wrong spot. Hammer fisting, but some of them were back of the ear. People don't like when Dustin Poirier got knocked out by McGregor. A lot of people say that was back of the head. No, you can get hit here. Like, that's fair game. It's when it's back here. No.
Yeah.
So, and then if a fighter's moving their head as well, if they turn into it and you hit them back in the head, that's on them, right? But in this situation, yes, there were a couple of shots that did land, and Herb Dean was standing right there. He's like, that looks good to me. That looks pretty.
I heard him. Like, when you play it back, Herb Dean's right there, and he's watching it, and he's saying, "You got to fight back. You got to fight back."
I love Herb. I think the Herb Dean slander is the worst. He's easily the best ref because he just lets them go. Like, who cares? You want to do this? You want to go ahead, just beat the living shit out of each other, and you got to be on your soul's got to be on its way out of its body before I stop this thing. Like, I love that, man. Herb is great. I don't care. He's late to the party. This guy's sleeping on the mat. He's like, oh shit, let me get over there. And he does a Scooby-Doo run. Like, Herb is the best. And listen, yes, was it illegal shots? Yeah, it was. I mean, there were shots in there that were not the best, but it happened. And Alex Pereira, to his defense, did get his ass, like, he wound up getting his ass back up and says, let's fucking scrap some more. Alex is a G. He is a G. I've been hard on Pereira. He's an absolute G, going up 3 weight class. Now, I know he's probably a natural heavyweight anyway, but still, he did go up technically 3 weight classes and fight Cyril Gane to the death. It was a great fight, but let's be serious here. Well, we'll throw this guy out here. MMA guru. Cyril Gane is the soulless, filthy cheat and is the dirtiest fighter in UFC history. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe. Fighters literally die back of the head shots in boxing, and he rains down 10, I don't know about 10, to the back of the Alex Pereira's head. Fuck Cyril Gane. I can't wait for him to get flatline KO'd. Okay. What would you think about that?
Well, it's hard to disagree with that because he is going to get flatline KO'd by Hokit. So,
that is true.
And I also myself did, even if it was a little bit hyperbolic, I did throw out 10 as well.
Oh, was it 10?
It's just a safe number. I think I happen to say 10 right now because
Okay.
it sounds like a good round number. Felt like more than 5.
I think 3 or 4 is safe. I think, like, if you really look at it, 3 or 4, regardless, 1 is illegal and should
a
be
lot of
stopped.
them go to the ear.
Yeah, I think there was a little back there, but anyway.
So here's my problem with people who really give Cyril Gane a hard time with that. Because I am very proud of this. I have the longest, most definitive, extensive video edit that exists on all of Cyril Gane's cheating. I went back to all his fights even before the UFC. And I did this when I made a video to break down the Tomas Aspinall and Cyril Gane fight. And I was going hard on Tomas Aspinall, how he's a quitter and how he didn't even want to try to take the full 5 minutes. He's like, no. Even before the first minute, he said, I can't see, I'm done, I can't see. He didn't even want to make an attempt. But anyway, I went hard on Tomas Aspinall. So I wanted to make sure that people didn't think I was a Gane fanboy. So I said, hey, he's a disgusting, dirty, rotten cheater. Let me show you. I have an edit of all the cheating that he's ever done. The groin shots, eye pokes, elbows, hits after the shot, everything.
Yeah.
So I have a super long list of that. So here's what I wanted to tell people. I'm not a Gane fanboy. I don't have the t-shirt. I am the owner and author of this thing that shows how dirty he is. But here's what you got to understand, people. You got to be objective because people love and adore Max Holloway. Well, he was poking eyes left and right when he beat Gaethje. People fight dirty all the time. There's people grabbing onto the cage. Paddy Pimblett, man, the number of times that his cage work. You think when you hear about an MMA fighter doing cage work, it's like, they're fighting and clinching on the cage. His cage work was literally like like there was times when Gaethje wasn't even involved and he was just working the cage like that. Same thing with Sean O'Malley, like when he, with the early stoppage, if it was the other way around, was a hobby. People only focus on the dirtiness and things that they don't like when their guy didn't win. So I just wish that people would look at it the same. Conor fights dirty, but there's a lot of people that love Conor and hate Gane. So the way that people make posts about how dirty Gane is, are they going to acknowledge how dirty Conor is when he wins?
That's the thing.
Probably not.
Most, like an MMA guru is a perfect example of that. If they're on that side, if they picked a guy, they're going to go the other way. And if it's their guy doing it, they'll make excuses and whatever. That's cool being a fan, right? That's cool being a fan. Eventually, like you said, he's gonna meet someone that's gonna give it back to him. We expect this. I wonder what would have happened if Alex Pereira just kind of flopped to the mat and held the back of his head, right? Like, you can't really stop it there. So, like, when all this is happening and say, okay, there's an elbow there, then it kind of goes to the side, hammer fist. Like, if Alex just went down and held the back of his head, he might have been able to bait like Herb Dean stopping the thing and saying, okay, that's an illegal shot. But instead, Alex is, dude, he's a fucking savage. He got his ass back up. Dude, it says, let's go. Dude, that's crazy, man. A monster and he's like swinging away. Dude, this sequence, I think it sucks that the illegal strikes were something that's involved in this. This might be one of the greatest, craziest MMA sequences in heavyweight history, man. This shit was fire, man. They were like, fuck it, let's go, man. It was such beautiful carnage that happened, and it sucks that we are focusing on the illegal shots and not like, wow, we just saw two animals go in there and literally just put their lives on the line saying, let's just bleed. You know, that's what I love this sport. So credit to Alex Pereira, man. Like, I've hated on Alex. He got back up. He took his licks and says, I want more of this shit, man. I want, give me more of that. What else you got? Kick me in the nuts. Poke me in the eye. I'm going to keep fighting you. Most guys would have just rolled over. Ew!
Like Derek Lewis.
Yeah.
Like Derek Lewis. I often talk about how they have the Philly shout.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis, he's thinking about his career after the UFC. And he has made famous and patented what he's calling the Houston shout.
Dude, I love when Derek just gives up. I love it. He's like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Full blown turtle. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I'm done. Let's move on. Can I go eat something? I'm done, man. That's old Derek. But yeah, congratulations, Cyril Gane. I know a lot of people are probably gonna hate on us for how we talked about this, but I think we've been fair. No?
It was absolutely. Here's the thing. I picked Gane to win, and I said very outspokenly, he's going to do a bunch of shots to the back of the head. And that's basically how he's going to win. I said that. So anyone that thought otherwise is an idiot. So I'm sorry that you're an idiot. I'm sorry that you don't understand how the UFC operates. Like, did you really think you were going to see this guy go? Like, I was joking about this since back when they were in the office. It's so funny to think of now. When Ilya was like, hey, Donald Trump, why do you want me to hurt your friend? Why did you pick me to hurt him? Like, to think about it now. But when they were in the Oval Office, there was a moment where Gane, he had his glasses on and he kind of went like this and reset them. And I was talking about how he was trying to do some subliminal messaging and foreshadowing that he was going to poke Pereira in the eye. And he was trying to send him a message. I've been saying from the beginning, he's going to cheat. And it's like, are people really shocked that when they're watching dudes fighting in a cage for money, that they're going to cheat? They all cheat. Yeah. I heard during the Hokit fight, Hokit and Lewis, you could hear who reffed that one, whoever it was, you could hear him telling Lewis to get his thumbs out of Hokit's glove. They all cheat. They grab each other's shorts. They grab onto the cage. They try to get away with groin shots. They all cheat, but we only cry about it when our guy loses. Look at me. Gane won. And he cheated, and I'm like, ha, 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 he was my pick. When my guy loses and the other guy cheated, I complain about it.
Oh, yeah.
That's just 100%. What we do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You got to be a little self-aware. You got to laugh at it because it's just like, if it's not going my way, I'm going to claw. I'm going to poke eyes. I'm going to try to get my point across to you guys. I'm right, you're wrong, right?
By the way, for what it's worth, this fight, it made me a serial fan. I'm a fan now. I used to not like him, and I would say he's dirty. He's a cheater, disgusting. It's shameful. Even if he cheats, I became a fan. The way, not only the way that he was fighting, but the way that he conducted himself before the fight, during the pressers, the way he conducted himself. I love it when a dude like Fedor. I love it when a dude wins a fight. And the guy's knocked out. He's laying on the canvas, and the winner looks like this. I go crazy for that. I don't like it when people are like, "Oh!" To me, that's like, okay, we get it. But when someone's just like nothing there, that's cool.
Yeah, because it's like a switch flips. It's like they literally go complete lunatic, and then it goes right back to, I'm civilized again. Yeah,
and he's humble. He's collected, and he doesn't have to act all crazy and rub it in anyone's face. Did you see that weird thing he did right when it ended? He went like this to Pereira's face, he did it to his face, and then it's very dangerously close to the areola, and then his bicep. This is what Serial did this to Pereira. Pereira was walking by him right after Herb called it, and he went like this to him.
What?
He literally went like this to his face. Gain, it was almost like he went like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like he went like this and cupped his face, and then it went down and caressed his nippular areas, and then he like grabbed onto his bicep, and it, like his hand just kept going like this, like just drag. And I was like caressing him, and I was like, what is he doing? It was so weird. Like if Pereira wanted to, I would have thought he would have socked him or something. It was very weird. And then Gain just went and laid down on his back on the canvas and was just like looking up at the sky. And I don't know, but I like the way he handles himself. I like the way he talks to the reporters, and he's very professional and respectable and all that. I became a fan that night.
Well, I'm going to. I feel like we've been really heavy on the Cyril Gane glaze, right? I'm gonna appeal to the Alex Pereiras for a second here, Alex Pereira fans, because Alex is a cheater as well. If you look at this fight against the GOAT, Yuri Prochazka shooting in for a takedown, and Alex Pereira says, "Let me try something here. Let me try something out here. Let me hit you with my elbows in the back of your fucking head." Yeah, you bitch, you little bitch.
Did somebody post that on Twitter to specifically point that out?
Yeah, what a cheater.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me. If I did, look at him! Oh, he's out! Wait, you asshole! What an animal! An absolute.
That is
cheating.
up there by the ponytail, huh?
Right behind his power tail. Yeah, absolute cheater.
They all do.
Gaethje versus. You must have felt pretty good about this one, right? You picked Gaethje on this, right?
Oh, yes, I did. And not only did I arbitrarily pick him and like, oh, let me try to go for the underdog. I was very clear in the weeks leading up why. I said exactly how their styles work against each other and how it benefits Gaethje. And I talked about Ilya's resume and all the asterisks, and people just couldn't hear it. They couldn't hear it no matter how thorough I was.
You have every right to gloat for sure.
Oh, and hold on, can you play the aerial clip for me, please?
Oh, okay, hold on a second.
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
He's such an asshole. Like every time I see him, I'm like, I just get reminded. I'm like, you are such an asshole, and I love it.
I'm actually impressed. Like,
yeah, he
like,
really.
How did he do it?
You know what else he
said?
How
did he get that sound?
You know what else he said? We're gonna get back to this. Listen to the rest. Listen to this whole rant. I know, dude. I now to listen to this.
Next year. They finally fucking did it. They finally fucking did it every fucking year. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, every fucking year. Every year. Next year. Now we're the fucking champions. The fucking champions. New York Knicks basketball. I said it every year. Basketball is back in New York City. What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now about the Knicks? The fucking greatest day of my life.
You hear his kids in the background. He's beating his shit out of his head. And then he says, this is the greatest day of my life. And he's a dad. Like he saw his children born. And he's saying the Knicks breaking since I don't know how long, I can't do the math. Since
he's like, people have kids every day. The Knicks don't win every day.
The greatest day of my life.
The Knicks don't talk back to me.
Oh God, I don't have to force the Knicks to clean their room. This is crazy. You think when he hit himself in the head he got CTE? Do you think that he just didn't realize that he had better?
The velocity, those slaps are crazy. They didn't do nothing. That's for sure.
Now, speaking of getting hit in the head, what Ilia Topuria looked like after that was can I show it? I don't even know if I could show it here. Let me see.
I don't even think I was gonna talk about it in the video that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, I can't even show how Ilya looks because of the gore, because of the community guidelines. He's not even allowed on the platform at this point.
Okay. We're an hour and 49 minutes into this, right? So no one's watching at this point, right? Here's Ilya Topuria.
He looks terrible. Oh, that's the before.
So Topuria, there's a lot of things that happened here. He had a pre-fight celebration again with Usyk invited to the party. He made a speech. He changed his profile to 18-0.
He just got his eyebrows done.
He got his eyebrows. He's got this new hairdo, like, because he's trying to riz for the new lady since he's freshly divorced. And then, oh my God! Ooh. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
look at his brother and creeping. Oh my
gosh, dude.
I saw Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey did a live stream, and he said, Sam Alvey was saying, if anyone was in my corner that stopped the fight there, I would have fired my whole team. And all I was thinking was like, Sam, if you look like that, man, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I mean, he couldn't see out of both eyes. Isn't that crazy, man?
Now, look, I don't like to make jokes like this, and I'm not trying to make it I don't know. I'm regretting even talking about it in the moment right now, because I don't like, if there's one thing I don't make fun of, it's this, because of, you know, my faith and stuff like that. That's no secret to people that are watching. But when I see that photo of him with his face all busted up like that, where he has his hood on when he's walking out, the first thing that came to my beanie when I saw that, it looked like a scene from the Passion of the Christ. It looked crazy, man. And I don't like, yeah, exactly. I don't like, it's not that I'm joking about it, but that like the magnitude of it, it looked unbelievable. It looked like if Tony Ferguson was just using them like a makiwara and he wasn't even doing anything. It's so extreme. He makes Joanna Young Jacek look attractive with that face. Like, it doesn't. He makes Nate Diaz look like a Luke Rockhold. He makes Nate Diaz look like a pretty boy with that face.
Crazy. Right?
Oh my gosh!
Isn't that nuts?
Oh my gosh!
I try to keep it on the screen quick, but yeah.
Didn't Gaethje say he was gonna change his face?
Yeah, Gaethje basically said it was something about when he touches him or something, like something's gonna happen, and yeah, the orbital just completely destroyed and shattered. Here we go. Ilya Topuria is in a hospital and, by all accounts, has suffered a fractured orbital bone. Surgery usually requires a recovery period of 3 to 6 months. This is when we were trying to matchmake after this. That, I mean, he's gonna be medically suspended. He might be sidelined for a whole year. And like, when you think about, like, he may never come back the same. I know he's only 29 years of age. I think Justin Gaethje just stole his career. I think he literally stole everything.
Yes. I was like thinking after the fight, this guy thought he was gonna climb up and fight Makhachev.
Yeah, dude.
This is like Adesanya thinking he was gonna go fight John Jones. It's like the biggest reality check. It's insane, man.
I tell you, I think everyone that was looking for Ilya to catch a beating like this because of all that smug talk, I think they got what they wanted out of this. You couldn't get it any better if you're an Ilya hater, right? And I did pick Ilya Topuria, and I got to say, Justin Gaethje won me over tremendously. Like, the way he fought that fight, Justin Gaethje has a knack of making other people fight like retards. Like, it's the weird, it's like contagious. Like, Justin Gaethje finds a way. Like, Ilya Topuria, if you watch that first round, he's like, he wasn't even protecting his face. Like, the hands were up, but he's like, no, go ahead, let me see if I could take your punch. He was walking right into it and just showing, hey, I could take that. Hey, I could take that. Hey, I could take that. And it seems like every Gaethje fight's like this. They're like, man, you can't knock me out. Keep on hitting me in the face. And Gaethje's like, all right. Sure. I mean, you're going to, you know?
I thought it was fascinating what Gaethje told. I don't know if you saw it, when he was talking with Chris Weidman, Dominic Cruz, Michael Bisping, and that other dude who I can never remember his name, and he never fought. Something Fitzgerald, I think.
Oh, yeah.
He was talking with them after the fight. And he was like, you know, you guys are always disrespecting me. And no one, here's the thing about all the experts and the analysts, they have no idea what I'm doing in the cage. They just can't tell. They can't see it. And I was like, yes, I I was trying to tell people this after the Patty fight, that I know it's the easy thing to say after the fact, for him to say, you guys don't understand. I was playing possum. I knew what I was doing. I knew I could take his shots. That's why I was playing into it. And people just thought he's stupid. He's throwing caution to the wind. He's getting rocked. And I was nervous because I picked him in that fight. But I think you're right, where he's doing something in there like Hokit did against Blades.
He makes people believe he's not good. Like,
yes.
Like he baits them. He baits them into thinking like, oh, he sucks. Because, I mean, if you look at him throw punches, it looks crazy, man. Like, his uppercut's pretty nasty. But other than that, like, he's just winging shots in there, hoping it connects and whatever. And it does. It look like Ilya's boxing looks so much tighter, but he connects. And he makes people believe he's terrible. He's not, man. This guy is. And how his chin held up, too. Like, Gaethje got hit with the kitchen sink, and he barely had a scratch on his face.
I told people that, I don't know if I said it on here. I was saying it on my channel. I said, I said this on here. Patty's a tougher matchup because he has a chin. And I said, Ilya has no chin. Now, I know people will try to fight that and say, if he had no chin, he wouldn't have got as far as, okay, well, there's different ways of saying that. You could say that someone has no chin because they get hit with the shot and they go down in the first round. But you could also not have a chin in the way that you look like he did and your cardio and your game plan goes out the window and you get touched up all night. He doesn't have a chin in the sense that, like what you're saying, he was getting jabbed and jabbed and jabbed and jabbed and touched on the nose and on the chin and on the eye. And it was affecting him to the point where we've never seen this guy. This doesn't look like the Ilya that we're used to. And it's because the chin was getting tested and it changed who he was.
Well, he lost his sight. He lost his sight in the first round in one eye. And then he said after the second round, that's when he lost sight in the other eye. So he was like fighting blind. And he was trying to con the doctor. He talked the doctor into keeping the fight going. That was crazy.
How do you know that he didn't see after the first round? I didn't hear that.
So, yeah, in the post, and you could tell, too, he got popped in the first round. You could tell his orbital got fucked in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Quick.
And then Gaethje was smart, man. He kept on attacking that, and then he went to the other eye. And then all of a sudden, his other eye was getting, and it was a part, I want to say it was in the championship rounds, but there was a part where actually, yeah, it had to be in round 4, I guess, where Ilya held his good eye right after he got popped there, and you could tell that was it. His vision was dead there too. Yeah, dude, Gaethje literally made this fucking guy blind. He cracked him until he was blind. It was, dude, and you know what's nuts about it too? The second round, like Gaethje even said it, like his body was done, like his liver, it was shot, and Ilya tried to finish him like Khabib did. He tried to throw up the triangle, and Ilya's like, I'm going to do the same thing to this motherfucker. And Gaethje's like, nope, that's not happening.
When I saw that, I thought of Khabib, and I said, oh, no.
Dude, if Ilya let him back up, like after those body shots, Ilya could have finished him. But he went to the ground and tried to submit him, and that gave Gaethje a chance to say, okay, let me just survive this and then see what happens in the next round. And then Gaethje just ran away with that thing. It's what made that fight so good, man, because you had a moment where Ilya was getting beat up in the first round. Then the second round, it looked like Ilya was going to finish Gaethje, and then it came back. Ilya just became a punching bag, but just kept coming back. Like, it was such a good fight that, I mean, I hope that Ilya can bounce back from this, and I want to see more of this guy, man. I mean, hate him or love him, you know, he's a cocky bastard, but goddamn, is he entertaining, man. Like, that shit. I hope he could protect his face, though. Like, it's like, dude, keep your hands up. Like, protect yourself, man. Or use some head movement or something.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. It is definitely over for him.
You think so?
Could be. Yeah, he was a fraud.
Whoa.
And I told people that his last 3 fights were asterisks. Volkanovski, I've already beat that one to death. He should have never been in that fight to begin with. He was concussed, shouldn't have took it. Makhachev, he took that one short notice, whole thing. Max Holloway, he came back down stupidly after he took forever to beef up and go up. And then he's like, oh, wait, I think I could get it. I can't beat Volkanovski. I'll try to beat this guy. Went down, lost all the way too quick. Thought he was the best boxer in the UFC, overestimated himself. Oliveira, fight like this, doesn't listen to his coach. Anyway, what I was trying to say and tell people was, it seems like that's all people judge him by. Even though he won them, even though he won and even though he may have won early, Ilya does not. He doesn't look even close in any of his fights before those last 3, those knockouts. He doesn't look, it's like, he looks like a completely different person in all his other fights than in those 3 fights. They just happen to play out the way that they did. And here's what I think is very interesting. People always hold it against fighters if they're like, oh, it was lucky. He caught them. It was a flash knockout. They just got caught. That doesn't mean anything. That's how all of Ilya's were. So it's like, again, we only judge certain things when it's our favorite fighter or not. Before that, against Emmett and all the other people, he looked like he would get in compromised positions. He looked like he would get off balance. He looked like he would get winded. Once it goes past the first round, he doesn't look his best. He starts breathing heavy out his mouth. He starts looking like he wants to become a wrestler. He never looked like he did in those last 3 fights, and now we're back to normal. Now we got Ilya had that thing, that aura thing like Pereira had, that like Adesanya, once it's gone, it's never going to be the same again. And
it may not. But then again, what Alex, though, they erase losses. Like the Adesanya one, they pretend it didn't even happen. And I think they're going to do the same thing with this Gane one. They're just going to erase it. That's what the UFC does. They find clever ways to get him on a winning streak and win a belt or whatever, and then everyone forgets it. And I think I don't know if they're going to do this with Ilya, because I don't think they like Ilya. I think with Alex, he's a company man. He signed that long contract, whereas Ilya's, I'm going to go to boxing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. You know, Alex is just like, where do you want me to show up? I'll show up.
Yeah.
You know, pay me in tacos or whatever, or I don't know.
Imagine Ilya in boxing after this performance.
Dude, yo, he is not a boxer. Yeah, I mean, in MMA he's a decent boxer, but yeah, in the boxing world, no. I think honestly with Topuria, I do believe. Whoa, hold on a second.
I've told people forever, MMA striking is not boxing.
Oh no,
it is not the same.
Not at all. Yeah, Ilya looks like an idiot after this. So, but then again, like Conor had a good defense too. He's like, because these boxers were kind of shitting on Ilya. It's like, well, yeah, come on over to MMA and let's see you fight Gaethje. You know, let's see how that works out. But I do think this was the perfect storm for Topuria, for Gaethje to get the job done. I think Josh Hokit planted the seed. Him at that press conference, he abused Topuria, like with that bird feeding thing, hilarious. Dude, when he hit him with the divorce thing again, I think the divorce thing fucked Ilya. Like, I think it fucked him. It sounded nasty. That girl wanted this and that. She was playing these games with him, and then you see him in the lead up, he's with his kid, but the family's fragmented and shit like that. So, like, you have that playing a fact. This guy's got this stupid attitude where he's throwing parties beforehand, which you know this is just gonna fall flat on him. Eventually it's all gonna come to a halt. And everything that was leading into this fight with Topuria, how he fought going forward and walking into these punches like that, it's his confidence was his biggest weakness. His this aura that he tried to present to everyone was his downfall. If he fought this fight smart, he would have beat Gaethje, but he didn't. He fell into the Gaethje trap. He got completely dismantled at the press conference. His wife took everything. Gaethje took everything. Josh Hokit took everything. This dude's in the hospital getting this surgery on his orbital. He's probably like, what the heck? I went from here all the way to here.
He's in the bed right now going, ay, 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 ay.
Dude, and he deserves every bit of hate. He deserves it all, man. Actually, here's a picture of him in the hospital. Here he is getting worked on here. There's Ilya Topuria.
No. Is that real? Is that real?
That's Topuria.
No way.
Yeah, that's him.
No, I'm going to believe it's real.
That is Topuria in the hospital. Here's some audio from it.
What do you have to say now? What do you have to say now?
That's it. Yeah, you may be right though. Like, you know, I was trying to do matchmaking afterwards, and I'm like, okay, what's next? First of all, did you think Gaethje should have retired?
No, I don't think he should have retired.
Okay.
I feel like that might have made it a little sappy because not that there's anything wrong with sappy. I think it would have done it in the wrong way. I think he should retire. I do not think he should fight again. I don't think he should have retired that night. I think it would have put a little bit of a bummer on the, like, it should be celebratory. I'm the man. I want. It shouldn't be like, all right, now, sorry guys, this is my last one. Goodbye. And then, I think let's leave it on a high note. But I do think he should retire.
So, if I thought he should retire the night of, and I think he should ultimately retire. But I think the reason why he's still thinking about sticking around is if Conor beats Holloway, you know they're like, oh, Conor's going to fight for the belt or some shit like that. You know, because Gaethje seems like a fight that would be a crazy car crash with a guy like McGregor, right? And then that gives Gaethje the red panty night, right? So I kind of get why Gaethje would be like, let me see how next month plays out. Now, if they say Charles Oliveira gets the rematch against Gaethje, if I'm Justin Gaethje, I'm like, nah, I'm retiring.
I just wish that he would do it before he has to look like a punk like that.
Yeah. So maybe what they should do is say, okay, let's see. I mean, I guess you have a couple weeks. Conor's gonna fight. Sit back, see what the UFC wants to do. You know, maybe fall off the face of the earth. You know, just go on vacations, do your thing, and then just see how that plays out from afar. And then say, try to shoot your shots. Say, Conor, come get this belt, right? I think the UFC would jump all over that because it's not a Makhachev. It's not. I mean, Topuria, I'm sure they would have wanted, but you don't have a neck beard or anything like that. And now you have a chance to make this crazy, Conor McGregor gets a belt again nonsense. But it terrifies me though if Charles says, okay, let's run it back. I don't think that's good, man. I don't think that maybe Gaethje could win. Who knows? But I think, man, you're playing with fire now. If you do that. But then maybe he's just like, hey, I want to redeem myself. I want to get it back.
Well, I hope not, and it definitely shouldn't be that because he's found a way in his mind, at least so far, to believe that he's already gotten Oliveira and Max back by beating Ilya. He's kind of like Dricus du Plessis right now. I'm the champion. Yeah. So hopefully he's already okay there, so he doesn't try to take. Look, here's the thing that I take pride in. I've made it like the last decade. I've made like a part of what I do on here of making fun of Gaethje. I've never rooted for Gaethje. I don't think I've ever picked Gaethje. Oh, only over Paddy. I've always said that he's a living, breathing walk'em sock'em. He's a walking haymaker. He doesn't fight intelligently. He's a bridesmaid, always. So I had no reason to root for him. I've just always been like, I don't care for that guy. And I became a fan too that night of both Gain and him. It's like, how could you not? Mm-hmm. The story's amazing. He handled it well. He after all that, he went and shook hands and hugging Ilya, and who knows what he said to him, but he's been a good sport, hugging his brother and all that. Just so happy. I would love to see him be able, because he doesn't seem like a guy that has a lot of overhead or that lives lavishly. He seems like a guy that could just retire right now. So I would hope that he doesn't stick around long enough to either fight Oliveira, or it looks like he punked out and didn't take the fight. But I could see him trying to hang around for a little bit to get that Conor fight. And I could, because remember, Gaethje's the guy that was always saying, oh, I'm going to get knocked out at some point. That's the way I fight. It's going to happen. So I could see him being like, I don't really mind if I lose to Conor, if I get that payday. Who cares? But it's just that he wanted this for so long. He finally got it. I would love to see him go out on a high note and not mess with any of that.
Yeah.
Just why ruin it?
You're right. Like, you beat the guy that beat all the guys that beat you. So, like, that's it. We're good. Here's a guy that I usually don't agree with. I respect him as a fighter, but I think he's a horrific prediction maker. And I think a lot of things he says is pretty stupid. But in this situation, I agree with Mighty Mouse. Here, check this out. Here's Mighty Mouse, what he says about Gaethje.
There's nothing left for Justin Gaethje to do. World Series of Fighting champion. He's made so much money in mixed martial arts. He probably double bonus tonight. I think the bonus were $485,000. He's an undisputed lightweight champion. He's been the interim champion of the world. There's nothing left for Ilya Topuria to do. And
I hate when that happens.
We'll just.
I'm sure you know that pain.
Yeah. He's such.
I watch the playback and I'm like,
That's the worst, right? That is the. Oh, you know what I hate? I hate when it's like a fight reaction. And I'm like, we're like, it's like the finishing sequence is happening, and I mix the names up, and it's like it's such a clip-worthy thing, and it's just like, oh, well, that moment's dead. That's gone.
Yep. Many a time. Yep.
Yeah, that happened a lot to me. So here's former fighters saying the same thing. I kind of disagree with I think Gaethje should have done it at the White House because that would solidify the Gaethje movie. I mean, you could still make the Gaethje movie. But could you imagine, like the gloves on the shot of this, the gloves on the mat, and then the camera pans out, and the fucking White House is back there. The American gets one of the biggest upsets in UFC history. Credits, like the credits hit, the music hits.
You won me over.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like if they would have made this movie, we would be like, yeah, this is not real. This is not real life. This could never happen. I think Gaethje had the opportunity there to actually seize that moment. And even if he did want to come back to fight, we've seen guys retire all the time, lay the gloves down, be like, nah, Henry Cejudo, for instance, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back and do this. He had the opportunity with the president could have been in the cage, the gloves on the mat. Like the whole scene was set and he didn't do it. Like, I don't know.
I'm mad at his mom now. I'm mad at his mom.
Which is Mexican.
I think, yeah, because she made him promise that Mexican with the chanclas. She made him. She has the new chanclas. She made him promise not to do it. She's trying to pull a Khabib's mom. She's trying to be like Khabib's mom, trying to tell him what to do. But yeah, she made him promise her, and now it's like, you know what? She ruined it for him.
Mm-hmm.
He actually should have done that. That would have been cool. He could have been like, I've achieved everything. There's no greater way to do it than like this. That would have been cool.
It would have looked great. Right. Did you hear? Here, listen to this. Hold on a second.
Gaethje, an amazing woman, getting to meet President Trump and the First Lady Ivanka.
And the First Lady Ivanka?
Oh, I did not. Oh shoot! So Anik did what we do. Okay. Wow.
That's Ivanka Trump, apparently, according to John Anik.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's a weird one, huh?
Wow.
Ivanka.
First Lady Ivanka.
First Lady Ivanka.
So Anik is fine. Well, we've known this, but Anik is coming out as a full-blown liberal, accusing Donald Trump of being in a relationship with his daughter. So they're gonna get mad about Michelle Obama. You know, I have one thing to say. I have two things to say. Not only there's two things this event taught us. One thing, Khabib is the GOAT. This thing taught us that Khabib is the GOAT. Let's try to imagine Ilya on the ground with Khabib. And the next thing that I want to share with the United States of America, Nina Drama is a man.